Okay, that's enough of that. And I realized I was not muted in OBS. You guys could hear me coughing. Crap. Anyway.
Good job. Good
Yeah.
job there.
Good job, me. Yep. Anyway, welcome to Left for Random Talk, a podcast every Thursday. Reiterate. Thursday. Reiterate. Wait, I mean repeat. Fuck. Every Thursday we do this talk show, this podcast. We've been working on this for a long time. Since like Left 4 Dead 2 had the biggest craze about it.
Yeah, that should tell you how old this has been going on.
Yeah. That old channel's gone. Anyway. We talk about games, we talk about movies, we talk about TV shows. For the most part, we speak our opinions of them. Hello, unknown elemental. We speak our opinions of them. We have theories about them. We try to talk about them.
Yep. It is a variety show, first and foremost. Anyway, let's get on with tonight's topics. First we got the Metal Gear movie progress. Looking good so far. Warframe Dev Stream 115 overview. Neja's the skin. Picking old login rewards. The Revenant's mask. And hoverboards can now hover over water. Kinda. And Frame Fighter. Is World of Warcraft finally coming to an end?
Woo!
Talking Overwatch. Is Blizzard planning on making more stuff for the game and possibly going to make it into something more? Destiny 2's Forsaken trailer is looking good, but that's about it. Possible watch live and react. Again, possible. Last time we tried this, we had a bit of an issue. And lastly, Godzilla Monster Planet review, in huge quotation marks here. HH, the hardcore Godzilla fan, has finally seen the film. Her thoughts, opinions, inspections, and theories. Part 11. Should be known that 11 is about an hour away, and we probably might hit that quota.
For me, it's 4 hours away. And once you know, right now, Critical Role has gone live. Awesome. That's awesome. Anyway, how was my day today? Stressful. That's all I'm gonna say.
Tired mostly, but
very tired. I really wanted to sleep in today, but instead I got up, I went downstairs, I watched Godzilla Monster Planet. Made pizza. That was hell. That was absolute hell. Anyway, what topic are we going to talk about tonight?
Let's tackle the Metal Gear stuff first, since there isn't that much to talk about.
Everybody grab your swimming pools. This is going to be interesting.
So far, a lot of new concept arts has been coming out for the Metal Gear movie. And it has been heavily talked about on Twitter, places of that nature, because again, the director of this movie is actually a fan and a friend of Kojima, and so is going to do whatever he can to make this movie as close to the games as possible. Thank God.
Yeah, showing respect is what the games were all about.
Exactly. That said, well, so far, like I said, it's mostly been just art being shown off and some really, really crazy, what's the word? Some really crazy ideas. Like, this movie is very clearly, well, probably not going to be from Metal Gear Solid 1. It's probably not first, what's the word? That first quote, the first solid game. It's probably going to be based around the original Metal Gear, the one that came back years and years and years ago. And hold on, that was really weird. And like I said, it's been interesting so far. Like I said, he's been talking. I'm trying to find the director's name actually right now. Jordan Vogt, VOGT, Bach.
I
I
don't.
don't
I
know.
not even I know how to pronounce that one.
Roberts, or is it Eastman? No, it is Roberts. Sorry. He's the one who's apparently going to be doing this movie. Yeah, he's the one who's going to be doing the movie. And so far, he has been very vocal about it. He's been happy and just flat out saying, "Hey, this is what's going to happen." And honestly, I'm quite happy about this.
Mm-hmm. I got nothing to say about it. I don't play Metal Gear.
Though
I am hoping that it does turn out well.
Likewise, the big one of the small jokes. What's the word? One of the small kind of jokes I suppose I should bring up is if David Hayter is actually gonna reprise his role as Snake, and honestly, I hope he does.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy's what's the word? The guy's really good. You know, a really good guy, very friendly, very open. You know, likes to talk and is pretty cool, pretty chill. And honestly, I wish him nothing but the best. He deserves to actually, get paid, goddammit, for whatever he does. Guy brings his A game every time.
Yep.
And even if we can't get him to, like, I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen David Hayter act in real life. You know, like an actual actor. He's always been the voice behind a character. And that said, I want to know if he can't act, then maybe just get a different actor and have him dub over the guy. You know, get someone who can act but can't talk for shit, and have David just talk over him. But if he can act, get him to do the actual role. God damn it! So I'm gonna be saying on that one. Yeah. Again, and the reason why I'm not showing or linking any quote unquote concept art of the movie is mostly because it seems to be credited to different artists. And I don't want to put it out there and say, hey, this is this person, and misrepresent who did the actual art.
Yeah.
And it's just like I said, looking this up has just been a mess of fan ideas and just ugh. Like, this isn't me mocking the fans. It's more like, guys, I get you're all very talented individuals, but for God's sakes, fuck off so I can find the actual guy.
Yeah, this has always been a problem when you're trying to find concept art for, say, a movie, or trying to find the right reference for the right character for like a video game, something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's like I said, it's just been a bit of a mess, and from what I can tell so far, like based on some of the stuff I've been reading, it seems like it's not gonna be a traditional live action. Like, I think this is mostly gonna be mocap heavy and just full 3D animation. Kind of. It's like a weird hybrid going on right now, at least from what I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm okay with. Again, specifically because. Okay, no, I'm sorry. The guy's face is public, by the way. So what I'm about to show is not me doxing the guy. Like, he's out there, just so we're clear.
Okay.
But I need to say this right now. This is the man behind the movie. This is him.
I'll show it on the stream in a second.
This is a very,
look at that beard.
Yeah, like I said, this is a very happy man. He's a good person.
The Metal
Sorry,
Gear Wizard.
No, sorry, that reminded me of a Doom Eternal review I saw, an impressions trailer, and then when they brought up the image of like one of the lead guys behind Doom Eternals, the exact words the YouTuber said to describe him was, "It was this man. It was this man right here. He's too happy and beautiful. Of course he's."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I
you
said,
have a 50-50 chance of somebody who's insanely happy to be sick in the head in a good way. Like, a lot of games that are really scary are made by people who are really happy and really nice and polite. You have a 50-50 chance of them being twisted when they come up with ideas, or very, very clever.
Mm-hmm.
Or obviously being in a lot of pain.
That too. But honestly, like I said, Mr. Roberts, hats off to you for that amazing beard. You know what I honestly hope? Like, no joke. I want this guy to be in the film as an Easter egg. Please, like Stan Lee levels of of involvement. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Would that not be amazing? Him just walking, like just pretending to be a rando soldier, just walking around, like, that amazing beard.
Personally, I never understood when I was younger and all these Marvel movies were coming out. I didn't understand who the guy who kept appearing in every film was. I didn't know who he was.
Oh.
I don't read the books. I don't even care for the movies. I just didn't know who he was.
Fair enough, I suppose, but still. Like I said, it is brilliant. There are images of him outside with the wind just blowing and his beard just flying. But anyway, like I said, this movie is starting to shape up like it's gonna be amazing, and honestly, I hope it is, because Metal Gear has always been a movie, and to actually see it in real time will be nothing short of amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like this sounds like a lot of pressure, especially coming from me, but I have confidence. I have nothing but faith in Mr. Roberts and the team behind this. I know
Thank you, Ostrich.
I know he will. I know he will do justice for the series. Sorry, what did Ostrich say?
Well, Ostrich is in the Twitch chat, and I can see both of them at the same time. And he's also in our call, but he's not talking.
Okay.
Beard and hair seem to have different textures. That's because they're different hair types. The hair, like, on the top of your head is a lot smoother, a lot softer, while the hair coming out of your face is a lot more coarse.
Yes, gruff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. But yes. So yeah, in closing, like I said, I have nothing but confidence in this movie succeeding. Not just because, like I said, not just because this is a Metal Gear series that people are a fan of, but also because they actually give a shit about the fans and the source material.
Yeah, Ostrich, you're not an undercover anymore because I've already pointed out that you're here. They joined the wrong call.
All right. Let's see.
It appears he's too late because Liam has left too.
All right. I think we've covered everything on the Metal Gear movie.
Yep.
Or what's coming out. Yeah. So I guess we're on to Warframe's dev stream then.
I watched that one. I wasn't there for the very beginning, so I didn't get to see the deluxe skin.
I'm currently jumping onto Warframe's official dev stream overview site thingy they have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be providing things.
Limbo, best boy. No, Ivara is best.
No, Ivara is best. She's too beautiful. Too beautiful.
She is so much best that she is in the corner of the stream every single day. I know, Snow. Revenant is coming out real soon. I think he was coming out like next. I think it was next week.
It is scary how quickly Revenant is coming out.
I know.
This isn't me again. This isn't me being
Facetious.
facetious
Yeah.
about it. It's more along the lines of concern, if anything else.
Oh, there's gonna be so many bugs.
Spin to Win has returned, so there's that. Yeah, again, this site's giving me trouble. Again, it's all the gifs they put up on here that you can't pause.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's like, DE, please just stop with the gifs. You're crashing my computer. Why? You hate me specifically. Was it that joke I said about Megan? Is that?
I'm still waiting for somebody to draw Megan as All Might from My Hero Academia, just glaring at the viewers saying, "I will ban you all," and the background
or was it?
Hmm?
Yeah. No, I was about to say, or was it the bit where, or was it because I joined in on Operation? Is that it as well?
Yeah, you cut out at the end there, but anyway, have like Reb in the background holding up a sign that says, "Please ship her with Ninetta some more, please." Just keep drawing that shit.
Exactly. Full disclosure, I was partially to blame for all this. It was all part of my master plan.
Yeah,
I concocted in the scene.
I'm not really sure that Revenant will need to be nerfed. No unknown elemental. It's not set up yet. I don't really think he needs to be nerfed because I watched them try that new alert that they're going to be releasing. The ones where you only have one life.
Where...
While he survived for a good amount, he did die very quickly. Like he was still dying very fast. I mean, if you put Inaros or even Nidus in front of a heavy gunner, that health is going to go down very quickly.
All right, I think I finally fixed the issues here. I think. Don't quote me. It could all explode at any second.
This is in the house in Florida has exploded.
God damn it!
Thousands dead.
Oh, good. Like, oh, god damn it. Thousands dead. Oh, good.
Oh, good. I took out all the retirement homes down here.
All according to plan.
All according to Kikoku.
No. It goes, Ke Kakudori. Anyway.
Yes! Florida man discovers explosives. It's not Florida. You have not known Florida until you read about Florida man. There's no one Florida man. There's so many.
Okay, here we go. So, right, let's start with the first things they spoke about. Neja Deluxe.
Nidus.
That's already shit. It's like, fuck. I'm late to the party. Yes, but Neja Deluxe. I like the skin. It looks very good, very ceremonial, but also flashy.
Well, yeah.
Yes, again, they did a good, the hold on, what's his name? The guy who did the concept art. There is no name. It's just an image. Why do artists do this? Why do they always, instead of putting their signature, put an image? Vain piece of shit. Just so much anger. Right, well, the guy who did the Neja concept art. Hold on, did my audio die again?
Oh no, I'm hearing you. You're fine.
Okay.
I'm looking for it too.
Yes, but whoever did the Neja concept for him really paid attention to the concepts of where his namesake comes from, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, he is based off of a Chinese prince, so of course he's gonna be very flashy.
If memory serves correctly, Neja is the Lotus Prince or something of that name. No, it's Dragon or Lotus Prince, one of the two. And apparently his features were very, very feminine.
In Chinese folklore, Neja is known as a protection deity and is the third son of Li Jing. He is also known by his title of Third Lotus Prince, which is bestowed on him following his deification, turning into a deity, and his Taoist name of Marshal of the Central Altar.
I see. All right, so I was partially right there. Partially. Anyway. But yeah, whoever designed the concept art really did their homework. And honestly, I'm quite pleased by it. Hold on. Before we continue, Unknown is asking here in YouTube, is your donation link
I already
set?
answered
What?
that. It's not.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I can see both chats. I've been answering them in between.
Okay, so what have you not been telling me?
Like,
No,
at the end of every stream, I give this talk. I'm going to say it right now because now people are asking about it. Don't click on the link and don't click on the creeper face. Nothing is set up. I am working very hard to get that started. It is not that easy to find a bank and join it. It's not that easy. But it will be set up soon.
Yes. Again, I might be able to help on my end, but we will talk more about this later. Anyway, excuse me. But as you can imagine, the design is quite impressive. I do like it. Like I said, whoever made it did their homework. I don't think there's anything really negative I could say about it. The only one I think I could say is that the design doesn't seem to fit Warframe too well. Again, it's more along the lines of this looks more like
Can you
parts
just
of the
show me
arm.
the image?
Oh yeah. Again, there's no what's the word? There is no 3D version. It's just the concept art again.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Excuse me.
Watch, I'm gonna find their signature right off the bat.
There it is.
Oh
this
yeah,
one
I
has
was just looking at this. He does have a signature.
Yeah, I was about to say this one has a signature. The one does not.
What?
Yeah,
No,
kind of weird.
the what?
One on DE's overview does not, for some reason.
But it's still the same skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Liger Inuzuka.
Oh, well, hold on a sec. I just had to apparently refresh the page, and now it has more. They've actually updated the design more. Hold on, don't use that one.
Okay.
They've added more to the initial design.
Cough, cough. Thank you, Ostrich. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this, to be quite honest. Like, hear me out for a second. Hear me out. Did DE get into contact with the guy and say, "Hey, can we add these things to the concept art and then to Neja himself?" Like, look at his feed. They've added a ring. They've redesigned them. The little dangle things off of his leg segments.
They're even showing like the textures that they're going to use in the game.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know how to feel about this. If they just the guy, they went ahead and changed a few things. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, remember last time when they had someone doing the designs for them, but they had a big issue because DE apparently changed things without the artist's permission, and he got really pissed off about that. I hope they didn't do it again. Like, this isn't me throwing shade on DE. It's more like, I hope this isn't a similar situation. Fair enough. But like I said, the design looks good. It just seems a bit out of place with Warframe, is what I'm saying. Like this feels more like it could be. It's better suited for like um a
Uh,
a fantasy setting kind of thing.
Personally, I just think it belongs on a different Warframe, not in Asia.
Yeah, I can see what you mean by that.
Like, it looks like something they would put on an Oberon
Yeah,
or
that's
even
it.
Nidus. Mostly
Yes,
Oberon.
that's it. Yes, that's what I was thinking. It's like this does not seem to match with Neja. Like it feels like to me that Neja's design would be, it no offense, but more girlish than what we're seeing.
That's actually, uh, there's actually a reason why he looks the way he does. In the folklore, he's androgynous. You don't really know just from looks what he is. He is a prince, just you're not meant to actually see what he is.
So what you're saying is he was the first trap in history.
I really hate that. I really hate that. Don't say that ever again.
I'm a rotten prick, and you know it. But yeah, like I said, it's that's what I'm saying. I don't know why, but Neja, like the default Neja Warframe, I should say, kind of matches that androgynous look a bit. A look, in my opinion. You know, like from a distance, you probably couldn't tell if it was a dude or unless you like really looked
Ostrich
into
might have
it.
found a 3D model.
Oh, okay. If he can like
I
link it.
like he showed it to me, but it's a tiny image. I'm seeing if he can find a bigger one.
Okay, okay. Well, while he looks for that, I suppose we could continue. Uh, the hoverboards.
Yeah, I saw that part.
I
I was listening to it. I kept glancing over. She was uh. God damn it, Ostrich! He zoomed in on the
what did
butt.
he do?
He zoomed in on the butt. But anyway, I I was playing Warframe while listening and watching them do their dev stream. I kept looking over. They're on the water, doing fine, doing fine. Then suddenly, explosion. I look over and
Eggs.
they're dead.
Yeah. So what I'm surprised about is that they actually managed the grinding for the hoverboard down relatively well.
Yeah.
Like how to like it's not one for one. You know, it's very obvious that when they on the um on the pipes, you can tell that the board itself is leaning more to one end more so than the other, but that's more due to player input, which means the hoverboard isn't like you know whenever you play like a video game and they have hoverboard sections, right? The moment you get on a grind rail, the you're magnetized to it like immediate.
Yeah. Yeah. The only
You know, like
I've
kind of like
never played
the
a game with
classic
a
Ratchet and Clank.
I've never played a game with a hoverboard in it though.
Yeah, so
I've played that Spyro game that has the skateboard. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, that's the closest I've ever gotten. Like I talk about Jack and Daxter a lot. I've never actually played Jack and Daxter.
I have, and I recall this very vividly. The hoverboard in 2 and 3 are very responsive and it feels good in a
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
However, the while you still magnetize on grind rails, mind you, there is a bit of like if shift input. Like if you lean too much to one end, the board will, you know, tip and you'll fall. With DE's hoverboards, like what they showed off, it seems to be more of the same, except minus the magnetization. It seems that once the hoverboard detects a pipe or anything they can use to grind on, it will automatically like position you on it, but it won't lock you in place. and then it falls onto you to kind of like swerve and shift from side to side, and eventually, shift from side to side. And apparently, the more you shift, either the faster. Okay, hold on a second. Let me move this back.
Smooth.
I'm sorry that something hit the bag, and I have no idea what that was. Hopefully, there's not a vermin in my house. Anyway, like I was saying, the board seems to be designed in such a way that you can easily get off the pipe if you have to, which is good if you're being like chased by enemies and suddenly respawn really quickly. However, it could be really annoying if you're trying to do something for, I don't know, like a quest or a mission or something like that, and then suddenly you just tilt or push the button ever so slightly, and suddenly you're off the hoverboard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like maybe this is me asking for, because but at the same time, it's like this seems like
Asking for what?
I said this seems like I might be asking too much, but at the same time, I'm mostly kind of worried about where this, I'm worried that the hoverboard might suck as a result.
Yeah.
Now onto the water. Apparently this thing runs off of like how much ground is detected underneath it.
Yes, that's the same with real life hoverboards. Because believe it or not, they do exist.
Or Back to the Future.
That too.
It still cracks me up. The moment you're over a wide gap of water, suddenly you're just stuck midair. But anyway, if that's what they're going with, like this thing, so long as the body of water is not too deep, that the hoverboard will like short out or you'll fall in with it. I'm all right with it, because obviously I know why they won't make it so you can fly across an entire ocean. You could break the map and then ruin the illusion.
Okay, we have a 3D image.
Oh, good.
Posting it in the stream. Oh, that's very large. Take that down just a little bit.
And now it's too large. We've
Well,
gone
at
too
least
far.
he didn't send me the image that is only his butt. Also, somebody very quickly made a Lego version of it, and that is really cool.
Yeah, I saw it. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Can't please you. Sorry. We don't need a picture of somebody's butt.
This isn't that kind of stream. Maybe later on Pictaro, but not now.
Yeah, only on Pictaro. Like, mature stuff is not even allowed on Twitch. Like, no sexual stuff.
No, just no. We start after this is over. We do a stream on Pictaro where it's nothing but Neja's ass. It's just a full screen of Neja ass. That's it.
We'll be back on our. No, I don't even draw that stuff. I really don't. Makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
But there we go. As everyone can see, like they've actually gone through trouble making him look as regal yet as combat capable as possible.
Yep.
I believe that collar he's wearing, or collar in quotations, might be like an actual piece of clothing in China.
The shoulder piece?
Yeah. It looks like it could be.
I think it is. I'm thinking through. Nope. I only. Stupid me. I only know about Japan.
Oh, if only Bill was here, he could help us.
Well, he doesn't. Well, yeah, he would know quite a bit. Not everything, but he would know.
Yes. I also like the fact that they actually, if you look at the feed, they've actually given him the legendary Neja's fire wheels. Nice touch.
What I'm happy about is that he doesn't have some goddamn heels. There's one thing that has bothered me about Warframe. You have a character who's got hooves for feet. Why the heck does he have a heel?
I don't know. You tell me.
And the same goes for Nidus. He has paws for feet, and they still give him a heel. There's no need for that. Just give him paws, give him hooves, give him animal feet for once. This one is actually doing it properly. There's no heel. I'm so happy about that.
Frame Park.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Ew.
YouTube
Frame
is
Park?
shitting itself.
Oh, how bad.
Oh, it's in the red. Not this again. You know, what's going on?
I freaking hate that. I hate it whenever this thing does that because then we have to cut the fucking thing into two.
Well, we're not even stopping and starting the stream for it to do that. Okay, stream is back to being healthy. It just said that there was like no, and now it's output low. So people who are watching are just experiencing buffering. It's not the same with Twitch. This has happened before. It's not the same with Twitch.
Oh boy. Such a pain in the ass. Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah. Alright, so that's Neja and everything. I believe we've covered everything on the hoverboard side.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll go into a small segment, and that is the idea of selecting past daily tribute rewards and getting them again. Now, question. Do you guys think this is open to abuse?
Yes.
Depends on the item. If it's, say, like Primed Fury, oh fuck yeah.
If it's something like the weaponry you get, like the pistol and the Oma, and also I recently got a scythe for
The rifle.
just these guns that you can get for your daily, or even for the milestone dailies, you get some really, really good stuff. You can get Forma, you can get Exilus adapters, stuff like that. Someone could very much abuse that.
Yes, the big one I can see as well is people going back and picking weapons to add more weapon slots.
Mm-hmm.
Now, honestly, I'm okay with the idea of going back and getting weapons, especially if you were like someone like me who got rid of one of those before it was fully leveled because you just hated the thing or you thought you could get it again off the market. This is good for me because I will actually get a chance to pick up that weapon. I'm happy about that. However, that said, all this is
Mute yourself, Liam.
there we go. All this is just rife for the abuse, and I'm honestly worried about this. I really am. But it can work. It could be useful. Right. I guess we can move on to the Revenant portion. Insert screaming skeleton here.
I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It's stuck being at low health. It's gonna bother me.
To me, it's still fine. I don't know.
It's just saying that like viewers may experience buffering, so it's gonna be choppy for people, but you can still watch it.
Yeah, don't worry. Post upload it'll probably be fine. So yeah, sorry. Here we go. So Revenant, the Revenant mask. This is an interesting idea, in my opinion. I mean, that really is just a sentient.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder, is this... Like, I want to know this, right? And like, as a theory, I suppose. Do you really think that this mask might actually have been made with sentient components and nobody realized what it was?
It's very likely.
The child.
Nakak
What's her name?
is her name.
Macaque?
Macaque. Sorry, Nakak. 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 That is just the weirdest name to give a child.
Again, you say that, but I would like to remind you.
What? Remind me of what?
We have a Grenier named Clem, which literally translates.
Oh, I love Clem.
Which literally translates to them.
True.
Yeah, it is. Get the Clem, get them.
Yep.
It's Grenier 101, people. Come on, it's not
Clem
that hard.
Prime, best Prime, yeah. Whenever you consign your Kubra and Kavats, they go to Clem. Because Space Mom just fucking abandoned her entire sanctuary. How evil of her.
I'm sure there's an automated system that does it for her.
I don't care. I'm gonna stick with his headcanon. There is no she's not our enemy because she betrayed us. She's our enemy because she left all these dogs and cats behind. That is a true evil.
Fair enough. But so we don't know what Nakak uses to make these masks. Like, there's no description that says created, resin created from, I don't know, seal blood or something like that. It's just, it honestly looks like paper mache. But I don't think they have access to paper, or at least the traditional papers we have.
Where is it?
Also, if you pay
I think it's actually talked about in the lore.
You know what? I might as well Google check it. But while I do that, if you guys actually notice the Revenant mask has a very cute marker line, like areas where you can see she just kind of traced it over. Not that well. Oh, bless her little heart. All right, let's see here. Match claims to be sells rugs. Okay? Here we go. Masks.
Oh my gods! Her name literally means mask.
What?
In Thai, Nakak means mask.
Wow, DE, you're so clever. Then again, this is the same people who literally named a Warframe glass. Yeah, Gara, Japanese glass.
Oh yeah, I know. Add an extra A in there and you have sand.
Gara. Oh, so I was actually wondering that for the longest time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, imagine if we all went with the naming convention of Neja. Of Gara. Everyone would just be what they are, as in Japanese, Excalibur, and so on and so forth. Let's see here. No, it doesn't say what the masks are made of.
Are you actually looking at her wiki page?
Yes, I am.
I am too. It doesn't say.
Yes, it's a basic description of just the mask itself, like who it's based off, like Excalibur, Mag, Volt, Trinity, and of course a Grenier mask.
I have all of them.
Lucky you. Actually, you know what? I'm actually surprised. Nakak herself. The fact that she wears a Trinity mask. It's kind of telling.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Well, she does say that she wants to help, and that's what Trinity does. She tries to help.
Yeah, and like I said, it's telling from the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't need to talk to the girl. You can just see it in what she wears. It's clever. And now, if DE actually goes through it and decides to start making masks in reference to other games, I will be extremely... Hint, hint, Majora's Mask.
Oh, no. No,
Come on, you know.
No. If Majora's Mask appears in the game, you have to have the happy salesman then. And we all know that's going to end very poorly. Because he's gonna appear and he's gonna start strangling her for selling it.
Yes.
No! No!
Put it up. Put it up.
And that was how they got Warframe on the Switch. Yeah, I'll put it up.
Nakak has secretly been the one causing every.
She's the new Skull Kid.
She's the one who brought the meteors down.
Oh god, she's the one that made the moon fall to pieces.
It's all been her. It's the secret lore that Nakak has secretly been the one behind it. She's secretly mature. Oh dear. But no, I like.
Oh no.
But no, like I was saying, it's very likely she doesn't know what this mask is, and it's entirely possible that she might have made it out of just residual. What?
Oh, Ostrich is just going to town about this in the chat. Warframe is the next Zelda timeline. Space Link. No. No.
You know what? Fuck it. Sure. Why not? Without fucked up the timeline, why not? Just do it.
The missing Space Link. Oh no. No.
It's like, do it already. I
Carrying
don't even care
on.
anymore.
If we can carry on with us.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the little gremlin.
Oh dear. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Teleport to the void. Hold on. I'm just checking something. Mustard. Yes. Anyway, so like I said, it's very likely she has no idea, like the material she used. I'm willing to bet there's like some residual sentient energy, and she doesn't even realize it. And the moment she hands it to the Tenno, it just kind of whoosh, activates. You know.
It does look like she might have used sentient cores for the eyes there.
If she used sentient cores for the eyes, then why this thing is active now? Maybe she doesn't even realize they were. I mean, when you really look at a sentient core, so you know that's possible.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Moving right along, they showed off Revenant, pretty impressive. I think we've covered this already, so we can move on.
I agree with you, Snow.
Animations.
If to build Revenant requires a whole bunch of Cetus Wisps, it's gonna be murder on everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because I go out of my way. I have so many Cetus Wisps. I have no use for them.
Spinny, spinny laser man.
Whee!
There we go.
Who looks like he's vomiting.
That's
I mean,
really
that's not
what
a beard
he
coming
should-
out of his face. That's vomit right there.
Pure energy vomit. Next Warframe. Mark my words. Happen. But no, like I said, it's still shocking to see that he's coming out so soon.
I know.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm really not. It's more like this is kind of. It feels like it's too soon, you know. Like you would think they would wait a little while longer before they release him, so people have something to look forward to before Fortuna. Because technically, that's almost that's still being worked on. So.
I was actually surprised that they put Korra out so quickly, and before Fortuna, because according
quickly in massive quotes.
Well, see, the thing
what I
that
mean
happened with
is they
Korra-
released her well before Fortuna. What's with the
Yes,
crinkling? Stop with the crinkling. They released her.
Chips.
they released her well before Fortuna, and in her backstory, she is from Fortuna. Why is she in the simulation then?
Well, specifically, the very, very last intro mentions that someone sold the pieces, again, the sergeant, sold the pieces of her on the railways, and he tracked them down to the plains. I believe what was supposed to happen originally, we would go to the plains, we would find her Kubrau, and we would follow it, and that we would find
Kavat.
the pieces. Kavat, and we would find the pieces. But that never happened. And it says she was pushed to the simulation.
Again, Ostrich is asking about the other frame coming out, Garuda.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that again?
Ostrich is asking about the other frame that's coming out after Revenant, Garuda.
Oh, Garuda.
We have a while before that one.
Oh yeah, it's still like in concept stages. They haven't even started doing properly. Again, I know this. I know the name origins from Buddhism specifically. You know, winged, deific bird people. Basically, imagine a Tengu who's selected by God, if you will. But every time the name Garuda comes out, I immediately think of Mechagodzilla's backpack.
Chroma Prime is next. Chroma Prime is next.
This just in, Chroma Prime is next. Speaking of primes, by the way.
This just in. Chroma Prime is next.
Thank you, Officer Biggs. You can't tell me he didn't sound like the guy.
Oh, he sounded like him. Anyway, you were about to say?
Mm-hmm. Speaking of primes, DE, where are the prime trailers? Where's the lore?
Well, we stabbed Ballas in his gut, so I think
I'm willing to believe that the prime trailers voice his words recorded on the Vitruvian device. It does sound like he's just kind of recording these down for posterity's sakes before he comes to the others and the seven and say, "Behold, this Warframe." I mean, if they want to release the trailers in a little bundle for like Hydroid Prime, Limbo Prime, and then finally Chroma Prime, hey, I won't be too angry about that. I know animation can be really hard, and with all the shit they're doing, I understand, and I'm not being a bastard about saying, "Oh my God, DE so meh." You know, it's just I'm a bit worried, is all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's see.
Anyway, final part of this is Frame Fighter.
Oh my God! So HH and I played Frame Fighter.
It is a lot of fun because I kicked your ass.
Yeah, but we should probably mention this as well. Frame Fighter has a nasty bug to it, and that is if someone lands the first hit, doesn't matter if it's at the beginning of the fight or later in the fight, the other person will be completely locked and unable to make a move at all.
And there's no countering. There's no fighting back. As soon as somebody hits, they're locked in an animation and will very much get killed.
Very quickly. And so basically, the game mode does not reward smart planning or smart counters. It is basically bull rush it and be lucky enough to be the first one to land the hit.
Mm-hmm. I used to play Street Fighter in the arcades when I was a kid, and also a little bit of Mortal Kombat. It is essentially like that. Just smash the buttons. Don't break your computers, but mash the buttons. Just go ham. That's how you essentially beat your friend. But as soon as they hit you, you're done for. You're screwed. There is no stopping that. You can't even back up. You can't move. You can't jump. You can't attack or grab them to counter them. You can't even use your abilities or crouch. Or even block. You can't even block. You are dead.
the only times I've been able during our fight to break away was mostly when I tried jumping and blocking at the same time. And it's possible that that could be the way you get out, I think.
Mhm.
But I can't. When I did it, it wasn't consistent enough for me to say, yeah, this is the way out. That's unfortunate. Personally, I'm going to be honest here. I love the frame fight. I actually believe this is a game mode played in universe. Like this is an actual video game. The corpus buy and play. Now I'm going to be completely honest here. I'm hoping that the game mode gets a very cheesy arcade mode, story mode for like the characters, like
I don't think
arcade
they're
mode.
planning to do that.
I know they probably won't, but this is like a little hope, my little fantasy. I would just love to see that just for the sheer cheese of it all,
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, whenever you play a fighter, Street Fighter or anything like that, you scroll over the character, you read the bio, and it's not a ball of cheese and silliness. And I would love to see that in even if it's just a little scroll over them, and there's a cheesy thing that says Rhino, born to be a heavyman. I'll be fine with that.
I have gotten so many warframes for Frame Fighter, by the way. And what's funny is that we tried the game, and then we said, like, if Rhino is added to this, it's going to break it. And, like, literally right after we tested it, I did a mission, and immediately, boom, I had Rhino.
Speaking of brokenness, Mirage is broken as fuck.
I kept killing him with her special ability, which is that disco ball. But I can safely say I think Trinity is going to be the broken one.
Because she heals.
Yeah, with her ability, whenever she hits you, she regains health. But it doesn't last very long. But it's still kind of broken. Like if you're able to prevent yourself from getting hit first, and you take the first hit, and you give the first hit, you are going to win hands down.
Yeah, it's enough for a get out of jail free, honestly. And I do have to ask this: whenever you hit me with a Mirage ball of light, did the entire screen go white for you, or no?
No. That's because you're
then
on a
you
potato.
weren't seeing. No. Then you weren't seeing what I was seeing. Because the moment that the disco ball hit me, my whole screen went white.
I think that's what it's intended to do.
Exactly. So it's like you don't see it, but I certainly did. That's why I was standing there like a jackass.
We did see another thing. Whenever you defeat a Warframe, their head just zips around everywhere like a Gmod model.
Exactly. The models ragdoll super hard when a match is won. And it can be some of the most disturbing shit out there.
Funny, but disturbing.
Yes. Oh, we lost someone.
It was Ostrich.
Alright then. I believe that covers everything on that topic front.
Yeah, for Warframe.
Okay, so I'm just going to recap our last 4, and then we're going to take a break real quick.
We've only done 2 topics.
Yeah. So like I said, we've got 4 more to go. We'll take a quick break, come back, and maybe we'll do 2 more before breaking again, or just power through.
Yeah.
So we'll see you all in a little bit.
All right, now it's just me and the audience. We are going to take a quick break. It says 5 minutes. It's not actually 5 minutes. It can go for a bit longer. Now is the time to get up, stretch, get yourself something to drink, go to the bathroom, call the mothership, reconnect with the hive mind, stuff like that, recharge. I'm going to be playing the intro music on repeat. If this is a problem for you, if you don't want to listen to it so much, then happily mute and walk away. You will know when we're back. But for now, we'll see you guys in a bit. I am very hungry. His audio is cutting out. We need to close things for a bit and recharge. So, see you in a bit, guys. Alright, that's enough of that. We're back.
And we are back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. And he's high again. Wonderful.
I don't smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder, if you're aggressively apologetic when you're drunk in a Scottish accent, what would you be like if you were high?
Oh, well, I stopped smoking. Honestly, I'm mellow as fuck.
Yeah.
Mellow as fuck and talkative as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
No comments.
Anyway.
Right. So I guess we're on to our next topic of the evening. Is World of Warcraft coming to an end?
Oh boy.
Well, again, I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person to make this question. Again, given how long this game has been running, it's like, what, almost 20 years?
Almost, yeah. There's even a South Park episode about it. I love that episode, by the way.
For he too has no life.
Mm-hmm.
No. Now, what I'm what I'm questioning mostly here is that what I bring up about this is that a lot has happened in the recent months. Well, recent years. The big bads of the series that has been like at the back of everyone's mind, the Burning Legion, is gone. It's finally over.
For now.
No, it's actually done.
Yeah, because basically Illidan is now essentially immortal and is now fighting Sargassus 24/7 as his jailer.
He was always immortal. Fucker never knew how to die.
Well, you know what I mean, though. The Titans basically said, "Here you go.
Here, you stay. You're the one person he hates. Just stay here." And yeah, I mean, he's imprisoned. The Burning Legion has been completely disrupted to the point where they can't reform. What's left? The big bad's been conquered.
Well, at this point, fucking N'Zoth, one of the old gods.
Okay, there's that. But again, compared to the Titan, it's kind of small pickings, really.
It depends. If the old gods got back to how they were beforehand, it could get nasty.
Well, yeah, but I mean in terms of like what's going on right now.
Right now? Well, see, the reason why I bring up N'Zoth is because of some events involving the Horde campaign in Zandalore. Or spoiler alert. Or
yeah, the whole seal gets. Yeah, the whole seal gets destroyed, and then ooh.
Well, not only that, but it's the individual, the monster. The monster that was used to destroy the seal is more in line with creatures of N'Zoth than anything else, and N'Zoth is basically Cthulhu, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, it's a giant Cthulhu rush. It's all of.
Yeah, especially considering that N'Zoth is like the deep horror, so on and so forth. Blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, but this is what I'm saying in terms of all this. Like, there's a giant sword stuck in the planet. The Titan inside is dying, effectively. We have a possible return of an old one. But then, that's it, really. There's no overarching threat anymore.
Well, Sylvanas, but that's something entirely different.
Sylvanas is a fucking bitch, and she deserves...
And you cut out.
I said Sylvanas is a fucking bitch, and she deserves...
Yeah, it cut out again.
Sylvanas is a fucking bitch, and she deserves... That happens to her. I'm seeing my thing... Hold on, I think I know... Just give me
We took a break so you could leave the... We took a break so you could leave the call so the cutting out wouldn't happen.
I forgot about the fucking...
Oh shit.
Yes. But like I said, if hopefully it doesn't cut out this time, Sylvanas is a fucking bitch, and she deserves everything that happens to her. There. Finally.
Yay!
Oh, the best part is her sister is gonna try and kill her now. Oh, no, back up, back up, back up. I do not want to ram into that ship.
By the way, Liam is playing Star Trek Online in the background.
World of Warships, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
We're talking about WoW, and you're playing WoW. Wow.
Different WoW.
Mm-hmm.
I almost just reenacted the Titanic, only with explosives.
I like how there's all these games that follow the acronym thing, like World of Warcraft, World of Warships. There's World of Tanks, which spells what?
What?
Yes.
There's
no,
even
like I
World of
said,
Warplanes. Oh, crap.
Don't,
Change
it's
title.
craptacular from what I hear.
Wop. Sorry. But no, like I
Okay,
said,
who just shot me in the ass?
she deserves everything that befalls her because fuck that bitch.
Oh, God!
She's taking the Horde down the same fucking path Garrosh did, and I'm not putting up with this bullshit again. We are not doing this a second fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking refuse. We are not going to some mystical land with pandas and then an alternate reality. We're not doing this again.
Oh, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was fun for all about 5 seconds before they completely shat the bed.
Well, they fucked up. Well, it's just that the various writers kind of did not agree on things.
Yeah, so
I just ate shit and died.
I don't want this to be a giant fucking retread of what happened last time. We're not doing this. Fucking no. Stop it.
Well, you do know what's going on with Uriel, right?
What? Uriel? You mean Uriel?
No, Yrel. It's pronounced Uriel. She's basically turned into Space Goat Hitler.
I'm sorry. String of words.
No,
right
well,
there.
see,
Oh, for
well,
fuck's sake.
it's essentially because I think it kind of showed the most in when the light forcibly tried to heal Illidan.
Yeah, that whole thing was just
Yeah.
no. It's like I was watching that from the background, and even I was like, no. You don't make a hero by forcing a gift on them. Stop.
Yeah, which is what's been going on in the do I have the module? I do have the module. Okay. But that's basically what's been going on that reality of Draenor. Is something's happened and she's essentially become Space Goat Hitler.
And this is what concerns me. Again, we're getting both sides of the... Go ahead.
Oh, see, I'm not defending her for becoming Space Goat Hitler, obviously.
For fuck's sake. Just
Mostly
say
just
dictator.
because of how bad it is to say that.
It's like, no, just say fucking dictator. We don't need to use the euphemisms here.
Well, that's basically what she is. But a lot of people are worried with the fact that it might it might involve the Void Lords.
Again.
Which are like the polar opposite of the Titans.
Yes, I'm fully aware what a Void Lord is.
So people are wondering, like, could they be involved? What might be going on here?
Given Sylvanas' sister is basically some freaky night being, I wouldn't be too surprised.
Oh, she is a void elf. She uses the powers of the void to essentially. No, I want to go full heads.
Blood, it's like a freaking blood elf, night elf. They're all fucking knife ears to me. It's all the fucking same.
There's blood elves, night elves, void elves, and now the horde also gets a new elf.
Again, I don't see a difference here. I know they have different abilities, but again, they're all the fucking same. I don't care. If it were up to me, I'd shoot them out of a cannon into the sun. But I don't run. But I don't run the horde yet.
The odds of you running the horde are the same odds as me being
You know who
quiet.
does run the Horde?
Who?
Terry fucking Crews.
Uh,
No, like, quite literally, Critical Role had a thing where Terry Crews and another actor, I immediately forgot his name, were playing the game, and Terry Crews played as an orc for the Horde. And the other guy played a human for the Alliance, and the Alliance side lost. And it was amazing. I love that video. I've watched it 3 times now.
I wouldn't. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Have you seen the guy? He's crazy.
Oh, Terry Crews?
Oh!
Terry Crews is
He's actually pretty-
amazing.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
No, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I have nothing but respect for Terry Crews. It's just I don't want to be in front of him when he's angry. I
Or
want to be as far
wielding
away.
a giant ass axe.
Exactly. I want to be as far away
Yes.
from him as possible. I'm hiding behind the fucking barricades
here's
and
the
just
thing.
waiting for them.
He played an orc who had a rage meter. Like, every time he would fight, he would gain a rage point. He never got angry. Not once in the entire session. He never got angry.
That is what we like to call tranquil fury, folks.
And like,
Tranquil
even the
fury.
character had no fury. He didn't really want to kill the Alliance guys. He gave them a chance to not fight. They went after him anyway. He's like, okay, you're dead now.
I'm sorry. I know this is not what he used, but can we please put this on the screen?
Is it him
why
sitting
not?
there with an axe?
No. It's him sitting there with a
Bullseye.
hammer.
Oh yeah, the hammer. Yeah, I believe No, he had an axe in the session.
Okay,
But
I need
he
to
made
ask-
it himself.
I'm fine with it all the same. Please, by the way, Blizzard, please add Terry Crews into the game. Come on.
He was like a lot of
Please.
people were hoping that he would voice Doomfist for Overwatch.
That didn't happen. I'm still disappointed by that, by the way.
I know, I am too.
And we got
Why am I on fire?
like I'm not angry with the guy that got to voice Doomfist in the end.
Yeah, he does a decent job as a voice actor.
Yeah, but he just seems too calm, and I don't like.
That's just the way he is. He's a good guy.
I think Doomfist, the Tranquil Fury trope fits Doomfist as a whole better because he is the martial artist. He is the...
He's a guy with a giant fucking wank arm.
No, it's not a giant fucking wank arm. You can't wank with that. That will rip your dick off and throw it to China. But no, I mean, like, how he holds himself, so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying, though, right? It's just like how his presence is and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's the type of person to be calm and collected, even when he's, beating your ass into the dirt.
Yes, but still, like I said, it's just. Look, I'm just gonna be completely honest here. It's he needs to be an NPC or something. He really
Yes.
does.
Yes, I agree. I'm gonna put a link to the Terry Crews D&D session in.
Oh, please do.
Please do.
But no, like I said,
That is a snub-nosed little gun.
he can be a minor NPC or anything of that nature. But
Well,
goddamn
also-
it, he has to be in the game.
I will say something. He also has a lot of coverage in his acting too. He can do all kinds of different things.
Yeah, he's actually a really good graphic designer.
Yeah.
The man has gift.
Mm-hmm. I still love the Twitter story about there was this lady that wanted to get a credit card with a picture of Terry Crews looking so done with your shit, and and she put it up hey, the bank rejected this because I need approval from Terry Crews. So he replied, I give full approval. You show them this tweet. I approve, goddammit, and lots of flexing arms and hearts. And she she posted a picture of the form added with the picture of the tweet that he approved. and he replied with like crossing fingers and more flexed arms. And then she posted another picture. It was approved. She's waiting on a few days, and he replied with like fireworks, hearts, flexing arms, just all that crap. He is so excited for her. It was amazing. I love that little story.
Thank you, Terry Crews.
Yeah.
He's awesome. You know what? I had my doubts. I just thought he was a meme at some points, but no, I'm actually on board. I'm a fan of his now. There needs to be more of this guy out there. Yeah, but no. Like I was saying, it's so to go back to what we were saying beforehand, which was space goat Hitler, whatever. What I was gonna say here is that, like, all this of what's going on at this point, this is a major final battle between two ancient factions, Horde and Alliance. It's always been about it at the end of the day. And the big question has to be asked, is this battle going to be the end of everything? Because it certainly feels like they're gearing up for that.
Well, especially with, let's be honest here, with all the blight Sylvanas has been throwing around.
Don't get me started on that shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's proven that she's basically at the point where it's like, fuck this shit.
Again, we had, how many years was it with Garrosh?
Actually, I just realized something.
If you say she's being manipulated by the Lich King, I'm going to punch you.
No. You know how before Vol'jin died, he said the Loa basically told him that Sylvanas was the next war chief.
Mm-hmm.
Vol'jin, the Darkspear tribe, worshipped Wan Samdi, the Loa of death.
Yes. Oh, I see where this is going.
Don't you think it kind of plays way into his hand, all things considered?
If he's actually behind the scenes, setting this shit up so there's more death, my hat's off to him.
I was about to say, yeah, that's a brilliant play, all things considered, when you think about it.
I mean, look back at, the homeland of what's going on, with the trolls. Exactly, hence homeland. Yeah, shit has just gone down. We have the king of the Loa is dead. The king of the trolls is now serving him, and his whole bloodline is doing that. The entire kingdom is indebted to this fucker. If he's actually behind all this and is again pulling the strings behind it all, this is concerning.
Well, he is. Well, I mean, just look at how he seems to act and how he seems to behave. He is quite the.
He's a deal maker.
He's a wheeler and a dealer. He is the guy who makes the magic happen, for lack of a better term. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to really put what's it called? It's really hard to put the words then, really.
Oh yeah.
All things considering. Again, if he's behind all this shit, plays into something much darker than I initially thought.
Well, I mean, he is the Loa of death.
It was incredibly animated, by the way.
Oh my god,
Is it? Look, I'm going to be honest here. Is it just seem a bit too happy-go-lucky, you know?
Well, no, he's based off of Baron Samedi, and it makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. It's just the way they have him act in some point. My only thought is, are you going to start breaking out into song at any moment here?
I would totally be okay with that, all things considered. Who just dinged me? You motherfucker. Eat HE shells, bitch.
No, and I will admit this as well. The voice acting for him is quite impressive. It's good. Again, whenever he opens his mouth and is so cordial about shit, I can't help but say, you know what? Here's some beer. Let's go hang out.
Right? He's just got that kind of personality where it's just like, you know, you just want to...
Way too friendly.
Yes.
Just kind of look at us like...
I might have a bit of an update for next podcast.
Okay, cool.
We're going to have to push it to Friday.
Okay.
Because Critical Role is doing a werewolf one-shot on Thursday, and I want to watch that.
Oh, dear mother
Liam
Moses.
O'Brien is the Dungeon Master.
Oh, sweet Christ. The guy who's usually the monster hunter is the... Oh, Lord.
Yes!
But no,
I'm
like
excited
I
for it.
said, it's telling, if anything, and I'm kind of worried about where this is all going. By the way,
Oh, yeah.
slight side note, I do want to bring this up. It is possible to break that sort of life and death depth to it.
Well, blood debts, yeah, like that. You have to work at it hard, but you can do it.
Oh no, we have the Lich is still alive. It's completely possible for them to say, okay, I'm gonna go over here. You get the soul, break the contract.
Oh no, how's my health? Okay, I can engage then.
Just saying, it's possible.
Oh yeah.
Either that or just run away to alternate Draenor. I don't think he has any pull.
He is a spirit, though. He can go wherever the hell he wants.
True, but foreign magic tends to be
foreign magic in an area where it's not meant to normally go.
Exactly, and that can have some serious repercussions to the region. Again, to use God of War as an example, the blades of chaos in Helheim.
Yep.
Said that no fire could melt the ice, and yet those blades could.
Well, to be fair, they are made from hell.
Exactly.
Just a different hell.
Yeah, but you get my point. Some magic from a different region has different rules in a different area. So it's completely possible for someone like that to break the deal quite easily. Would I recommend doing that? No.
Oh, fuck no.
Again, we're talking about a death god over here. Let's not step on any toes.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like I said, it to me, honest, and like I said, all this War of Azeroth stuff really does feel like they're setting up for a major end, maybe to the series itself. Well, the game, I should say, not the series.
Well, not the game, because, people have sunk a huge amount of time and money into it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's not uncommon for these kinds of games to have an end.
To have an end game scenario, at least.
Exactly.
For the MMO, that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe World of Warcraft is...
Well, it's not like it's shutting down.
Exactly. This ending doesn't feel like... If they are going to end it, I don't think this is going to be an ending like we're shutting it down forever. No, I think what's happening is they're going to bring an end to this iteration of World of Warcraft, and maybe they'll make a sequel that's basically the same thing. Because that's what it feels like to me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and especially, like I said, you have Zandalar, which is like setting up a major quote-unquote war, in quotations here.
Well,
not
I wouldn't
war,
say
sorry.
so much say war, but it's...
My mistake. I meant to say, like, it's setting up events in motion that are much larger in ramifications.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Whereas Jaina's homeland, Colteris, which, by the way, I freaking adore, and
all I have to say about Colteris, so, fun fact, you know that ship she brought up, right?
Her father's ship, yes.
Another fun fact. When Colterans got involved, navally speaking, the Horde veritably shat bricks. They had to, in this order, subjugate Alexstrasza, the Queen of Life, the Lifebinder, Therefore, they could get dragons and fight the
Yes,
Colterran Navy.
I remember that quite well.
If that says anything about the quality of their naval superiority, for lack of a better term.
Yes, well, like...
It required dragons to fight.
Yes. That said, however, no fleet is invincible. Again, speaking
Oh,
from...
hell no. They
experience.
actually lost one of the fleets. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. But they actually did lose one of the fleets to the first attack from the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
But then the dwarves came in with the Griffin Riders and the fuck you lightning hammers of doom.
Yes, yes. Well, another point I want to bring up here as well is I'm going to be completely transparent. I despise the Alliance. I despise what they stand for. I've always have. However, that said, I see Colterus. I see this land, and it reminds me too much of my own home, which is why I hope this war never comes to their shores. I think it's had enough issues.
Good. What you mean with the sages and have the problems they've been having with Nazoth?
Yes, all this. It has its own issues, and I don't believe we should bring our own to it. However, that said, I'm still going to take Jaina's head.
Good luck.
That bitch has had it coming for years now.
No, well, don't get me wrong. She deserves it. Oh, I wouldn't say she deserves it, but she's got it coming. But at the same time, you do kind of see why she's at the point she is now.
No, I understand. No. I get it. Believe me, my heart bleeds for her in that regard. However, that's no excuse to shield her from any wrongdoings in the now. And I intend to repay those in full. However, it is my... Go ahead.
It's gonna get bad if Jaina actually decides to get serious.
I agree, but like I said, while I may despise her, and I may despise some of the things she does, I do hope for peace. I honestly do. This war is pointless to begin with.
Oh.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? I'm the one who's saying... Oh,
well, sorry, it's just... I just had a moment. One of the ships I was looking forward to getting is on sale. Come to Papa.
Charming. But no, like I said, it's... You know... I hope this all can be resolved peacefully, but if we need to remove the current war chief and have her replaced, I'm not saying no to it.
You, me, and just about anyone else.
Honestly, put somebody else on the fucking position.
Sourfang. Give us fucking Sourfang.
The suicidal orc, no.
Well, no, it's less suicidal orc, and it's more... Just... Give me 1 second here.
No, I say we put Bane Bloodhoof on the freaking throne.
Well, Bane would also be a good choice, too. Bane or Sourfang.
Yes. Either or will do, though I believe Bane is better suited. He's experienced more, injustices, and yet has come out standing stronger for it. He's wise beyond his years.
Well, true, but also at the same time, though, I mean, you do say suicidal, but it's more along the lines of he saw at that point in time that wasn't the horde that he had helped create. Is like, this isn't... I don't fight for these people because they don't have honor. So he was going to go and die his own death for his own honor.
Yes, and then Lightning Boy came in.
Yeah, and he did get sense talked into him because I have a feeling that Zappy Boy, as everyone calls him, he reminded him of his son. That's the best way I could say it, because you saw how he reacted when Zakan said, "Live another day."
Yes. Again, the boy is wiser than his years.
Hey, I will say this about most trolls that you see in the game.
Yeah, watch your fucking footing there.
That's what I'm saying. Not all of them. obvious assholes are obvious assholes.
Mhm. Yes.
But it seems like the fact that they're more spiritually connected gives them more insight, if that makes any sense.
Mhm. Yes.
That the fact that they're more attuned to the spirits of, just in general, I guess, the spirits of the world, the spirits of the nature, of all these different things. And it seems to me that because of this, they pay better attention. They're more aligned with everything.
Yes.
Which is why, while this might have been, for example, his first battle ever. I mean, not first battle ever, but you know what I mean. His first battle.
Major conflict.
Thank you. His first major conflict. He seemed, well, yes, he seemed jittery and nervous. He seemed, I wouldn't say at peace with himself, but okay, I can do this. I'm ready for this.
He's grounded.
Yep.
And I agree. The kid is grounded and capable. Never said anything about, never said anything against that point. Still, I have seen enough of Saurfang to know that he wants to die. Honestly, I can't blame him.
Let's face it. His son died at the Wrathgate, of all things.
The first casualty of the Wrathgate.
Yeah, first casualty of the Wrathgate. And then, well, no.
Was brought back.
It was him and the Alliance commander who were the first casualties of the Wrathgate. Because they were right at the front when the Blight got dropped.
Yes.
And then eventually comes back, and this is actually before, because Saurfang provides a buff that allows you to fairly easily kill his son.
Yes.
But before that was a thing, if this is saying anything about Saurfang, his bloodline, and his son, it was a legitimately hard part of the raid.
Yes. And I can't imagine what kind of strain that is on his mind either.
Yeah, that he is essentially saying, if I don't do something, these people will not be able to put my son to rest.
As he put it himself, my son is already dead. I'm just here to the body.
Yep. And so that's why he did what he did.
Yes, and honestly, I can't fault him for that. But at the same time, I recognize that pattern of behavior, especially in those who have seen so much and are ready, to meet that demise they so crave. And honestly, there is, and again, this is from me talking from a point of experience, I suppose. There is nothing left in him. And the second, the second he gets the opportunity, he will likely throw himself to death.
Well, if well, I'm just gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that kind of thing happen before with what was his name? He had the enchanted wooden axe that actually hurt Sargassus.
Not sure if I remember.
It basically took Sargassus to kill this orc.
Yes.
Like he caused that much of a problem in the twisting nether. We've seen what happens when an orc gets a death wish and decides, bring it.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, if you want my opinion on all this,
it's going to be something to behold, for better or for worse. That's all I have to say.
Yes, but if you want my honest opinion on all this, especially the battle for the most recent fight between when Sylvanas basically decided, hey, let's do this anyway, fuck off, bitch. But my honest opinion, he should have died there. The boy king should not have spared him.
Well, it's more like, well, I think in this case it was, he saw enough of his son in Zakan to realize there are still some things in this world worth fighting for and worth doing.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to be concerned about. And I guess we kind of rambled on this point a bit, but
Sorry, HH.
no, I think it's fine. We were on
No, it's
point.
fine. I don't play
technically.
WoW, so this is all on you.
I played a bit. I played enough to also be that scary motherfucker who's 1v1 the boss to save a squishy healer. Yes, I was that crazy bastard on more than a few occasions.
But no. Is WoW coming to an end, though? In my honest opinion, I believe so. But not in a negative way. I mean, is the story and WoW itself coming to an end? Yes. I do believe so.
Anyway, I guess we should move on to the next one.
Yes. Our next topic here is still on Blizzard, by the way. Talking Overwatch now. Is Blizzard planning on making more stuff for the game, and is it possibly going to make it? Are they going to make it into something more than just the game we have now?
I hope so. It does look fun. I've watched Lycan play it a lot, and he seems to enjoy it, even though it does cause a bit of rage. Because at the end of the day, it's still
Those are torpedoes.
At the end of the day, it's still a PvP game where you capture points and you defend points and kill the other team.
Mm-hmm.
But it does look like a lot of fun.
Yes, well, the thing, in my opinion, I do believe Blizzard recognizes the...
This is gonna suck.
Thank you for your input. Thank you for your input that nobody asked for.
Sorry, I just dodged a wave of torpedoes. I'm allowed to have this moment. God damn it.
But no, what I was getting at here is that, like I said, Blizzard recognizes the colossal gold mine they're practically sitting on here. And to be honest, they have mentioned in the past that Overwatch was meant to be basically another World of Warcraft. They've gone to pretty much admit this at that point. And honestly, there's potential here. You know, the concept of humans, Omnics, the Talon, the Overwatch, all this kind of thing. And honestly, the big thing the big thing I'm curious about at this point is if this is all going to what could they possibly do with Overwatch going forward? And I guess we're just gonna keep going then. Well,
I guess.
I honestly believe they don't want to make the mistakes TF2 made. TF2 sat on the similar potential. They could have easily become the next big, basically the next Overwatch of their time, Overwatch of their time. And instead of expanding things or creating things around TF2, they left it in the air, and they only continued the stories in comics, which, was on and off. The comics were never really updated that often. It took months for storylines to be met, all this crazy stuff.
It's been years since it was last updated.
Exactly. TF2, and again, this isn't me bashing on anyone who plays TF2, but TF2 is effectively dead in the wake of Overwatch. Or has become dead, I should say.
Yep.
And honestly, they are doing Blizzard is basically going, and they are going out of their way to make animations, and yeah, they have the comics too, but they're not the sole way of telling the story, I should say. They're an option, I guess you could call it. And the big thing about it is they're actually making animations, not even trailers, full-on CGI choreographed animations for the game that tell stories and tell us about the characters. We got to We met Winston through an animation. We even met, Reaper in the same animation. We met all these
Reinhard,
characters.
and oh my gosh, Bastions was wow. I actually saw Bastions from start to finish. Wow.
Robot PTSD.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, actually. Poor bastard.
It's a machine. It can be fixed, people. It's not alive. Don't start doing that.
Well, as it's shown in Overwatch, that's not true. Omnics have personality. They have feelings.
If you say this unit has a soul, I'm going to nuke a bunch of.
Let's tell you what the humans have already done.
Damn it! I can't push the nuke button fast enough.
It's
Not
already...
enough nukes.
No, but I get what you're saying, and I can sort of agree with that as well. I mean, yeah, they have personalities, and technically they are people. On the most technical level, I should say, or stress. However, all that said, the other thing that has to be asked as well is, where is Overwatch's overarching story going? Because this is something that's been bugging me for the past few days now. Past few months. Every animation has been stated or made in the past or leading up to the present. Again, Reinhardt, for example, that whole thing, the flashback was, during the Omnic War. And then when we get to the quote-unquote present, it's him about to join up with the reborn Overwatch. So why not have the animation itself kind of show what Reinhardt...
That's your side.
Yeah, I got this.
What is Reinhardt's... Why is he joining up now? All this kind of... And it has been something that's been bugging me for so long now. Why? What is their plan? Like, where's the story going? You get what I mean? Or saying?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they don't have any plan at all. They're just kind of winging it and then hoping for the best. And, I believe that in the short term is fine. And again, maybe I'm missing something that's in the comics. Maybe there's some gigantic story telling us that, oh, this is what's happening, and yada, that's entirely possible. But the question still stands. What is Blizzard's plan for this? And where will they go with it? Which leads me into my next little point I want to address. I think Blizzard might be planning to make an Overwatch MMO. I honestly believe they're going to try and do this again. Yes, and I say again, I want to point out, this all started off as an MMO plan they wanted to do, but they scrapped it because they knew it could never beat World of Warcraft. They'd be competing with themselves, effectively. However, that said, now that they've had time to grow Overwatch and are effectively kind of bringing World of Warcraft to a sort of conclusion, it seems like now would be the perfect time to start building Overwatch into something that could replace World of Warcraft in the near or far future. At least in my opinion. And honestly, there's potential here. There's legitimate potential for Overwatch to become a smash hit. Like, the story is fresh, the concepts are fresh. It's amazing. And if they play their cards right, it could be something truly breathtaking in only a few short years. In fact, even now, in only just a couple of years, it's become such a major phenomenon, both as a game and as a concept.
Yep. Hello, Kev. Welcome to the chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you for bringing Deus Vult to the chat.
Yes, Deus Vult, infidels.
I heard
Their
Deus
plan is
Vult.
Deus Vult. That's what they said.
Their plan is Deus Vult. And you know what? Yeah, we've got Templars.
Mm.
But no, this is what I'm just bringing up now. If they are going to do more with, what I would recommend is maybe, I don't know. I mean, they've done single player stuff, well, single player in quotations here, I should say, with Overwatch. You know, the Uprising events, yeah, just the event
Well, that's
stuff.
PVE.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at. They prove they can create PvE experiences and as well tell compelling story in the process. They've proven this as much.
Especially with Retribution.
Exactly. That's why I want to say Retribution. And now that, you know, we've seen, and not only that, they've actually went out of their way to create human enemies for Retribution. I mean, yeah, a lot of them are obviously reskins of Overwatch players, but they made them in such a way.
I don't know about that. The Assassin. A lot of people point to the Assassin as something entirely new.
Well, that's what I was going to get at. All of the common ones, you know, the heavies, the snipers, etc., etc. All of these characters are basically a reskinning of some of the heroes we play as. The assassin, at least to my mind, is the only new character they created for, or sorry, the only new animation character they created for Retribution.
I would say, as far as potential, like as for a character, what was it? The Enforcer, the big fucker with the double barrel shotgun from hell. That could also have potential. That's actually a pretty interesting model I've seen.
Actually, I think that is just reusing Soldier 76's.
There's a little too much there, for lack of a better term. There's like too much bulk in the model.
Hold on. Well, since we're talking about the animation, since the screen is basically black for a few minutes, let me put this here to put on the screen.
It's not
Don't
what?
you engage, you motherfucker.
You know, black in quotes here.
Mm.
Oh, you idiot.
Yeah, but like I was saying, it's all these, you know, they proved that only this could work. And I've heard nothing but praises from the Retribution game mode. People saying, oh, Blizzard should do more, it was very fun, yada, yada, yada. And this is what I honestly think they should do. I think they should, moving forward, maybe release a Overwatch single player game, something very small, you know,
Oh, yeah.
but not basically something small enough to be its own game, but not small enough to basically so people can say, oh, this was just cut out from Overwatch proper, you know, the recycling old used crap.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. And honestly, I think they should do that. I honestly believe they should be allowed to create something small enough to be fun and enjoyable. And I hope they do. Hell, it could even be as simple as a prequel game, something leading up to the events of Overwatch proper, or a good and honest sequel.
What they could do, if it is like a prequel game, what they could do is like the player plays one of like the soldiers, or possibly like, yeah, just one of the soldiers during like the war, like with the Omnics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that would be a spooky one.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty bad war.
Yeah, the Omnic. Well, here's the thing: you have an enemy that doesn't bleed or know fear, so normal tactics don't work, or at least my own tactics, I should say. Yeah, I'm a horrible person. Get over it.
We all are.
But it could work as a sort of, small story. And if they want to move forward with the story, say this is after Overwatch proper, the game, I should say, and they are moving forward with the story. Maybe you could play as a completely new character. Maybe you could play as a new hero. And this game is their quote unquote proving. They want to join Overwatch now when evil's on the rise. Go with someone completely new to the series and run with it from there. Doesn't have to be doesn't have to be uber powerful hero character. It could just be as simple as, I don't know, a soldier who proves he's capable or whatever. I think it could work. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Full disclosure, I do like Overwatch setting. I do like the story, and maybe in the future I might do some story around it. Maybe. It's not a promise. But if they
I'm
do
holding
anything
to your words for the rest of eternity now.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, either way, this could work. Let's see what the years hold out. Closing thoughts, anyone?
Nothing much really. Oh, this is gonna suck.
All right. HH, anything on your end?
All I can say is, since they released that hamster character, I have been interested in playing the game. It's a hamster. Come on. I used to watch Hamtaro when I was a kid.
No, I believe was giving him the hamster dance emote. Missed
I hope they do.
opportunity.
I hope they do.
I actually have mixed feelings about the hamster. I don't.
He's fairly powerful, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, character-wise, I should say. I don't know. Is this little hamster evil? Is what I'm saying.
No.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that.
He's questionable, but he's not evil.
That's what I mean. He's dubious, and that's kind of where I'm sitting. It's like, I don't know if I can trust you, little hamster. Wow, I never thought I would say that. Hold on, if we have any stream, like, do we get that? It's like fan art or something. Just Rev question, just looking at a hamster, saying, "I do not trust you, little hamster."
Oh god, I'm about to eat more torpedoes. Well, it's been nice knowing you guys.
Okay.
That was right in the torpedo belt, and it's causing flooding.
Actually, I'm curious though. Do you think the hamster is Australian? Since he crashed in Australia.
No.
No, you don't think he would have an accent?
He's moon hamster.
He's from the moon.
Yeah, but I'm actually surprised he doesn't speak.
He does.
I was actually surprised by that. Well, naturally speak, like Winston.
Not every animal needs to talk.
Yeah.
Plus, it's
but
better
Well, he
if
talks to his robot.
It's better if he just has his robot talk for him. Like, really think about it. It's better if that thing talks for him. Who knows what he would really say?
Oh, actually, I just found out something interesting. Hammond, the hamster, was actually going to be a chimp.
Oh, no.
Well, the original, apparently, from what I can tell.
Did we just lose a bet? Okay.
Dodged a bullet there, then. Dodged a bullet.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Apparently, the concept of an intelligent chimp as well is still something they're experimenting with. Again, this is just information from what I've just found out. Apparently, the chimp is supposed to be a bit of a thief, someone who knows how to disarm weapons.
Oh, like Sombra, only she hacks in.
Yeah, though I'm guessing he basically barrels through and maybe breaks an arm and just grabs the gun, just completely disassembles the thing.
No. No. Like, Overwatch doesn't even show blood.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, he would just
It's a
disarm
disarm.
someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Moving on to the next topic, if we can.
Alright. We are talking Destiny 2's Forsaken trailer. Liam, you seen this?
Which one?
The
latest
Forsaken
one.
trailer. Yeah.
I mean,
shoot me the link.
You know what? Should we make this like a watch together, like before? If you know how to disable the audio.
Well, I'm
think
not
I
watching the stream right now because I'm.
Well, no,
horrible
I can
with
still
it.
give you the link to the video, but for the stream, we can watch it.
Okay.
I don't know if what I'm thinking will work. I'll have to check.
Are we going to have another repeat of that one time?
We might. I'm going to check. I already got the link, dude.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. I'm slightly worried.
Media source.
I have conflicting opinions about all this.
See, oh,
He is now.
just seeing that picture just makes my heart hurt. That makes my heart hurt.
No, that's not gonna work. Okay.
Well,
Again,
let me know when you guys are starting.
Like, we could bootleg this and just have us all have the video, and then just do a countdown and play it like that.
Okay.
And then people on the stream could like look it up with us at the same time. So we'll give people like maybe a few seconds, a few minutes.
I'm
find
still
the trailer.
tinkering with this.
All right. So while she does that, people go ahead and find it for yourselves if you want. If this goes through, I should say.
No, I'm going to do what I did last time. We're going to have full audio.
Okay.
Oh, fuck me. All right. Well, I'll play mine over here. So I guess 3, 2.
Not yet. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Play. Yeah, boy. So yeah, that is a lot of destruction right there, isn't
it? Never felt better.
You'd wonder how he fell through the plate.
You see that, Petra?
You never know.
Petra? Guardian.
And
I know that one. That's Mindbender.
That's Mindbender.
Well, Mindbender, the crazy motherfucker dragon that went to a hive world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, all these guys are incredibly
Back in your
creative. I
cages.
kind of like them. But at the same time, when I see all these
I said,
nasty falls,
back in your
I
cages.
can't help. I can't help but
Well, see, even by fallen standards, these guys are criminals. If that says anything.
And of course, Cade showing up. He loves him.
That's because he's Cade. He's a gunslinger. That's part and parcel for being one. I did it too.
I actually love the fall.
So, is that mine?
Yeah, I think someone will be all like Texas.
Yeah. That hurt.
If you're a gunslinger hunter, you get access to the strip mine.
Oh, cool. So
Sorry.
freaking impressive.
Not sorry.
And then there's one.
Well, ha!
And crush. Where are you going? Alright, now this guy will put together. I was wondering.
The rifleman?
Yeah, because you see him when he first does that, and then you kind of think, shoot him out. No, he's fucking off somewhere.
He's... Well, it's exactly as his name says. Fun fact, his eyes are not the original ones, they're cybernetics.
Oh, yeah. There he goes, he's cooking. Done. Again, he's just kind of... No, and at first you think, why isn't he helping? And then later you realize, oh, and there goes Kate's face. Right.
That's it. Now I'm pissed.
I mean, he's super pissed, you can tell, and tough. But still, you know, and I love the fact that he's only using.
Oh, is that really?
And
Oh,
yet even he's having a hard time finding it. And points to a creative head.
You help me out here, buddy.
Well, clever, I should say. In fact, I even love the fact that all the fallen leader, in quotes, are just watching from the banner. And there goes the ghost.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a minute.
There's the hangman.
And I actually like his
Coming home.
design.
Ace.
It's pretty sleek. Now this guy with the mace. You want to know who he is?
He is the hangman.
And yeah,
The reason being is because he's considered a heretic by...
Hold on.
I'll explain it when
So,
I'm there.
yeah. Actually, before he gets hit with the mace and everything, and he talks about it, I love the fact that he's basically saying, if the lore is to be believed and Bungie didn't change it because fuck you, that's about his son, isn't it?
All right, the stream is off. Sorry, not the stream. The video is off the stream. I am so annoyed that there was a fucking ad at the bottom of the video for the entire thing. That goes away after a while.
I don't. Oh, okay, I'm gonna be blunt here. Even though I am a fan of Cade 6, and I will admit it, a hand cannon cheesing motherfucker back from Destiny 1 and including Destiny 2, I was that scary motherfucker you did not want around the corner to see.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do not know the lore about the Ace of Spades.
I did some digging with some people. We found, Cade, before becoming a robot, was, father, had a wife, had a kid, and something happens to them. He implies heavily that they were killed in the first conflict.
In the fall.
Yeah, during the fall. And he admits that he misses his son. And, it goes into detail, like how he misses, his son, how he wished he could have done more for him, etc., etc. And he remembered that he gave his son his lucky ace of spades. And because of that, he's always had the ace on him as both a lucky charm as a bit of a reminder. Now, fun fact, the ace of spades is oftentimes considered very
unlucky, yeah.
So there's that to keep in mind too.
Well, yeah, if I need to... I can't find the names for these assholes. But, would you be able to get it for me there real quick?
Oh, the names of the fallen?
The leaders for the Forsaken.
I'll do a quick Google search.
The reason why the hangman, the asshole with the big flaming flail, that's not a mace, it's a flail.
What did you call them beforehand?
The Forsaken?
The Forsaken,
there was Mindbender, the Rifleman, and the Hangman. Those are the three I remember right off the top of my head. And the Fanatic, of course, who is the leader of the group.
Let me see if I can find... Because it's going to be so weird. Let's try Mindbender, was it?
Mindbender? Okay. The Fanatic is the leader of the group. Then there's Mindbender, who has created his own...
Here we go. Meet the Barons. Meet the Barons. Players will fight in for sale. Okay, so here we go. I've got the...
If you just tell me the name, I can tell you what they do, because...
Oh, I have a full... There's a full bio here, too. So...
Well, still.
All right, so we'll start with the Fanatic, whose name is Fikru.
Yep. Crazy motherfucker. Even by Fallen standards. Hell, even by Mindbender standards.
According to this, he is the second in command to Aldrin, is the leader of the Scorn, the new faction of Fallen. Let's see, the Fanatic views the Scorn as what the Fallen should have been, and that is eternal. So it's implying that the Scorn are actually immortal to a sense.
To a degree, give or take. It ties into the city. of
Here's
the
what
City of Dreams.
here's what I noticed when I was looking at the Scorn in better detail. They're sick. They have a no. There's a if you pay attention to some sections of their, you can see boils and a skin disease on them. Plus the pale coloration as well. I believe these guys have some sort of illness.
I think they might actually have been dead at one point. That's the
Yeah,
best way I
well,
can say it. Is because if you notice, most of them, barring certain ones, are missing the ether mask.
yes.
They don't need ether anymore, which is a huge thing, especially for Fallen of their size, because Fallen or Elixini grow as they consume ether, but they become more addicted to it, and they need more ether as they
Dependent.
grow. Yes. Some of these guys don't even have it. The fucking Hangman doesn't have it.
Here we go.
We'll get to why he's special in a minute when we get to it.
But no, here's a perfect image of what I was talking about. Right here. And I'm going to put it in gallery so everyone. The HH, you can put this up if you want. Right there. Look at this Fallen's chest region. All that. That is not scales. That is a disease.
Well, you also have to remember that this is tying into the City of Dreams. The Awoken were using taken energy for experiments. We don't know what they were using it for, but we do know that there were byproducts of this energy that was taken from, ironically, the Taken, that was used to create some fairly heavy duty gear and fairly powerful gear. So which leads me to believe that they might have been experimenting on the Fallen with this Taken energy.
Here's two possibilities I see. One is obviously, the idea that they're undead. They were brought back and are pseudo, and they are pseudo, guardians in quotations. I say pseudo guardians because of the whole, light taken, blah, 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 blah. That's one possibility. The second that could also be a possibility is the results of these experiments have caused the Fallen's bodies to react violently to whatever the elements they expose them to. Because the more I see, again, we not only have the damage, the deranged look, we also have the fact that their skin pigmentation is not that of a traditional Fallen. The skin outside, we all know that Fallen have segmented scales, like an insect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a dark chinless color. These Fallen do not have that dark coloration, and that the chinless body, again, and this is from what little experience I have with animal DNA, that type of coloration on insects specifically is, when an insect molts, right?
Yeah.
Like a tarantula or anything like that. The skin is wet and soft. And over time, over a few hours, it will darken and harden. We see this with the Fallen. The Scorn lack this color. And based on the fact that the scales are actually bending in on the image I showed, where the giant glowing pustule is, that says to me that the hide is wet, it's malleable, it's soft, when it should be hard, durable, and immobile, effectively. And the fact as well, if you pay close attention to the segment of the arms and other regions, there is meaty pinkness, where that is usually a very dark purple, almost leathery looking substance. These Fallen, to me, whatever's been done to them has affected their point where they're possibly weaker than their healthier brethren.
That's a hell of a thing. Because, these fuckers, as a faction as a whole, are pretty up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say durable.
Durable, no, but something is giving them strength beyond.
I believe it's more force of will.
Well, no, actually, something I'm seeing actually here with this is actually more resistant. Best way I could put it is resistance over actual HP, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like Rhino with the
Iron
armor. Yeah, iron skin, and then you have the flesh exterior.
Or another example, AHH. You remember Golka when he went into a rage, his resistance?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Think that without the giant mountain of HP behind it. So you basically what it is the Bear Totem Barbarian has this thing when they rage, they reduce all damage they take except psychic damage by half.
Yep.
So, but since since this character is a barbarian, they have a giant HP pool to go behind it. So, a big damaging hit is just a scratch to them, basically, right? What I'm seeing with this is instead of big giant hit, just a scratch, it's big giant hit that would normally insta kill, only hurts like hell. But they can't take another hit like that. That's what I'm seeing. Because you saw Cade bounce motherfuckers around and with the debris and stuff like that, but at the same time,
they were still coming.
They still were able to get up and keep going, but the next time they took another hit, they went down for good. The asshole he headbutted to death, the poor bastard who got a knife rammed through his throat, the one guy who got two-tapped by the ace of spades through the chest.
Yes,
and that's a feat right there.
Yeah, but we can also see we saw in the trailer that they got him not just because of their own strength, but as well,
numbers and planning.
Yeah, the age-old tactic of strength and numbers mostly.
Well, not only that, but we actually have to get into this motherfucker here real quick. I gotta find him on the list.
I know who you're talking about. I'm already scrolling.
Who am I talking about?
Rifle.
A rifleman.
Yes, I have his information here. This, I'll read it off because it's short. This Baron was one of the few that was shown off Forsaken by Pyrrha, Pyrrha, the rifleman, is the sniper baron. Pyrrha is likely the one who shot. Yeah, he did shoot Cade's ghost and Veil Trainer. Players want to stock up their new weapon loadouts with plenty of long-range weapons before venturing into Pyrrha's territory. Now, interestingly, Pyrrha seems to have the ability to create holographic decoys, which is interesting.
Well, not just that. I actually have the history of this this motherfucker here. So,
please do share.
Since the Barons first ganged up, no one has ever managed to ever get the drop on them. That's because the rifleman's keen and well-tuned cybernetic eyes are always watching their backs. When not haunting the shadows, he is said to hold down the hills of whatever territory he is claiming as his own, aided by a surveillance network that's essentially impenetrable. Once you cross into that threshold, you're good as dead. No matter where you hide, his bullets will find you, guardian or not. And this is his wanted poster afterwards. Wanted. A sharpshooting assassin for hire and original member of the Barons. Legends of his amassed riches have lured many a bounty hunter to challenge the rifleman, only to find a bullet between their eyes. With the rifleman, death can come at any second and from any direction. He is known for the shootout of Palace Falls, confirmed death of Awoken Paladin Telosir, Loris Paul, and Hollis Essa, the ghost of Hellrise Canyon, held domain over the remnants of Ceres by luring interlopers into his fields of fire through the use of salvaged holotech, like you mentioned. Now, also, this little quip is where I realized what was coming up the moment Cade brought the ghost up, and you notice why he went up into a nice high spot.
Yeah.
Trust me, kids. Keep your eyes open, heads down,
and your ghost close. Fun fact, by the way, he's the 4th English-speaking Fallen.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Fanatic is the 3rd. It's going to be interesting to speak to this guy. Also, can you link me to that article?
The Game Informer article? Sure.
Yeah, just so I'm better informed of my enemies. What kind of bounty hunter would I be if I didn't know who was hunting?
Exactly. All I have to say though is I know who my personal vendetta is going to be against out of these fuckers.
Let's keep going down the list then.
We jumped a lot in the list to get to
Yeah.
the riflemen.
So
we were at the
Fanatic.
We were at the Fanatic. So
Equal.
after the Fanatic is the Machinist.
Yeah, well, let me at least finish him then.
Oh
'cause I
yeah,
didn't-
go ahead and finish the Fanatic.
Yeah, the Elixni are machine worshippers. They created the Servitors, yada yada. Traveler, but the Fanatic cast aside machine worship and was exiled for this until he joined up with the Barons. Fanatic may be one of the hardest Barons to beat, so maybe best defeat the other Barons first. So he might be like an optional hunt. It's interesting.
Give or take.
You know what? I'm surprised by this actually. I'm surprised he basically cast aside machine worship and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised out of all the Fallen we've ever met, he's never tried to ally him.
Well, see, how do I even put this? The only reason why the Fallen are allying with us right now to take these fuckers out is there's a few reasons that I can take a guess at. One is the alternative is much, 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 much worse. We'll get into that later with some of these fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger enemy. Much bigger enemy than what's visibly shown here, especially if the City of Dreams is involved.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt for a second. This is purely for the sake of.
This is a front. I'm going to be blunt. This is basically us getting into a situation because for revenge's sake, but then getting drawn in because Aldrin. There's much more involved.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Aldrin, in the previous trailer where you see him take the Ace of Spades holster and all that jazz, you notice how his eyes are glowing, even by Awoken standards. If you go back to when Mara Saw used the Harbingers to try and destroy Oryx, you notice how her eyes were glowing.
Yeah, good luck. By the way, good job destroying Oryx. Oh wait.
Well, no, she actually did a number on Oryx's fleet. It's just that the Dreadnought,
the ship itself did nothing. Just what is that?
Well, see, the Dreadnought. This is some weird metaphysics and some weird.
I know metaphysics. What I'm just saying.
You know what the Dreadnought actually is, then.
Yeah, and why we shouldn't blow it up. Hence why it's still out there.
Exactly.
But no, what I was going to say is that I'm going to be honest, Marisov is dumb as hell. The moment you see that thing firing, you should have said, okay, at least to a safe distance.
I think actually this is pure theory craft at this point.
Go ahead.
I think the reason why she allowed herself to, air quotes, die is to be reborn in the City of Dreams.
If that's the case, I give her more credit. If that's the case, you're still dumb as hell.
Well, no, see, there was never a body found.
There was never a body found.
Yeah. Even with that pulse, that was more metaphysical mass than anything else. It ripped things apart, blew things apart, destroyed things. There would still be a body. There would still be a trace of something. There was nothing. Except for maybe scattered remnants of energy, which was used to form the Telesto, which is a fusion rifle.
Yes.
Which leads me to believe that something happened. She wasn't taken, obviously.
How can you take something in the void of space?
It's fucking Oryx. Physics gives zero fucks.
No, sorry. It was fucking Oryx.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's like, I have to correct you on that. The fucker's dead. I made sure.
You and me both, pal.
It's like, after he falls to Venus, fire a rocket just to be sure.
No, see,
Why are
what
the
happened
havoc
was
moves?
when I did the raid, I was running my Night Stalker. I put an arrow of void light straight into his chest, sent him into Jupiter.
Yeah, but it's still funny. Sorry. We're getting sidetracked here.
But see, with the fanatic, I think he is closer to the situation that is going on with the City of Dreams than any of the others.
Yeah, fanatic
Plus,
in the
more so
purest
than
form.
Jupiter.
Yeah, fanatic in the purest form, I suppose. Still,
The next one is
the mechanist.
this is what we call your arms dealer, supplier, and crazy motherfucker with a big
Yeah,
ass.
I have the information right here. We're all thieves. Some of us better addicts. Real name Chris. Known aliases. The Mechanist. Scourge of Soulless Descent. Elixis. His name.
Elicris the Bandit.
The Bandit. Race. Fallen Baron. Feet. What?
Yep, they have women in the group. Yes, your bandit, your arms dealer, your procurer of arms, and general wielder of a big ass gun is a woman.
Well, time to turn on the charm. I roll for what is it? I roll charisma. No, but let's see here. Second in command to the fanatic and is the most art.
You rolled an 11.
We're making this okay. This is now canon. Rev has successfully managed to woo her.
She must have really low standards then. Oh, I'm so sorry. You set yourself up.
My pride.
But she's, as it says,
second in command to the fanatic, ardent follower, except in munitions, weapons, siege on the probably City of Light itself.
the City of Dreams.
Yeah, City of Dreams. She is an
insatiable thief and hoarder with a terrifying arsenal.
Oh,
She's that scary motherfucker who has a weapon for every situation, and they're all ridiculously powerful too.
Yes. Well,
so not only is she everything I said earlier, now toss on kleptomaniac too.
Well, here's something we should keep in mind then. If she's out here, her stash has to be unguarded. Just saying.
I wouldn't be surprised if she has that fucker booby trapped by some of the other people of the barons.
I know, but if we take her out,
dude, we'll explain later when we get to the crazy bitch.
Let's see here. History. The bandit started life with nothing. Since then, she's hoarded just about everything she has ever taken, other than what she shared with her fellow barons, of course. Second in command to the fanatic, a scourge of the cis-Jovian and cis-Martian space, raiding ships and encampments and making off with any operational weapon. Interesting.
She likes the stuff that goes kaboom.
All right, I'm going to just read off the wanted. Order master of the Scorned Barons. Alexis scourge on any ship that crosses beyond the terrestrial plane. Outstanding bounties remain for her role leading the Barons in the siege of Aran. Interesting. And the heist that took place in the aftermath of the Soulless Descent. So wanted for theft, weaponry, and smuggling.
Theft, arson, murder, jaywalking. You know the whole shtick.
I wouldn't be surprised about the jaywalking.
And here we come to the...
Jaywalking between moons. I'll take that bounty. Let's see here. Mindbender, real name Hirax. Known aliases: the Mindbender, Hirax the Brain, Hirax Ascendant.
There's a reason why that last one is so terrifying as a title.
Fallen Baron Male, a mad genius who has been changed his research into Hive and their dark religion, has somehow found a means of exerting control over Hive combatants. So he has control over their mind.
He has a lot more than just control over the hive.
Let's see here. History: a striving, runny little dreg. The Mindbender fell into the moon's helm, so he was part of the House of Exiles. Okay, fair enough. I would explain a little bit about him. He's never spoken an intelligible word since, but his time in the Hive's domain changed him, gave him a lifelong obsession. After years of study, he found a way to carve a throne world of his own from the Ascended Realm.
Yup.
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah. Why do you think, out of all the fuckers besides the rifleman, why do you think he's at the top of my list?
Interesting. I believe this would be the first instance of a hive fallen.
Yeah.
Very
Well, not only that, this motherfucker right here, if you're paying attention to the GIF in front of you, this was a dreg.
It was a relatively small creature.
This is the lowest of the fallen, and he turned himself into this.
I'm going to check what he's wanted on, since we'll keep going. Little is known about the Baron, dubbed Mindbender, but has gained a reputation of unraveling the minds of his enemies. Latest report reflects a dangerous obsession with the Hive, mastermind the Great Crow heist, trapped and brainwashed Prince Aldrin's crows, causing them to feed misinformation and fuel tensions between Earth and... okay. The Gaspra Slaughter, a system-wide manhunt captured led to a trap at Gaspra 43 awoke and lost. Haunting of Nemesis, asteroid 128 Nemesis was a reef outpost until the Mindbender made it the site of his earliest experiments. Now the asteroid shifts between our dimension and the...
Yeah.
Very interesting. Oh, what's this?
Like I said, why do you think he's net? It goes Rifleman, him, then Fanatic. As far as my list goes. Everyone else is just...
If you want to take this bounty, go...
Well, see... The thing with this motherfucker is you have to kill him because he's gotten to this point. Is you have to kill him in his throne world. It's the same thing with Oryx. It's the same thing with Crota. You have to kill him in his realm to put him down for good.
Like I said, you can take him if you want. I don't hunt Hive. Got no interest in them.
Yeah, it's just another trophy for me.
Let's see. Moving on to the Trickster. Where most see war, I see an opportunity for a laugh. Oh boy. Real name. Arasquez.
Arasquez.
Known aliases: Arasquez the Wit, Butcher of Bamberga.
Yep.
Slayer of the Psyche Hordes.
Slayer of the Psyche Hordes, Terminus of the Grey Legion.
Grey Legion. So he fought. She fought. Interesting. The Grey Legion of all things. Female Baron. Yada yada. Silver tongue manipulator and. A high opinion of herself, the Trickster has a penchant for deadly sleight of hand and a preference to work behind the scenes when it comes to Baron operations. She does all she can to stay out of sight and is known for duping others into doing her dirty work. Very interesting. When the Barons must negotiate or trade, which is almost never, in terms of negotiate or trade?
Either or. They usually take what they want or what they need.
Interesting. All right, so they're not the smartest group. They send the
no, not when they've got this much firepower. They don't have to.
They send the Trickster. She is their bard, their spokesman, their envoy, and their first strike. The world of the Trickster is one of constantly moving chessboard to protect the reality that she is in fact a coward with little to no skill in battle. While others hone their ability to fight, she hones her mind. So she's relatively weak compared to the others.
Compared to the rest of them, yes, but no at the same time, because nothing's scarier than a cornered rogue in their own lair.
I'm marking this one as another bounty I'm taking.
First rule, don't touch the loot piles.
Let's see, she is wanted for... There's a reason... Arescus the Butcher, blah, 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 blah. It's, title. Though no record of these crimes have ever been reported, she uses cloaking tech to keep herself from being seen and leaves deadly surprises wherever her victims least expect them. Amethyst Heist / Massacre. To raid the Queen's mines, the trickster orchestrated a clever ploy that pitted 12 teams of bounty hunters against one another to create a subterfuge while she cleared out the mines herself. Impressive. Please note, all known aliases appear to be monikers she has given herself, phony legends to precede her wherever she goes, as there's no records of these instances having occurred. How much you want to bet the real one has been dead for some time, and this is just?
I'd honestly wouldn't be surprised. Like this is her shtick. She's like I said before. HH knows where I'm going with this. If you hunt her, she is the cornered rogue in her own lair. Everything and anything is going to be a trap, a hidden weapon, or a surprised fuck you. And Cade says it best. Once again, whatever you do, don't trust anything she touches. I promise you, it'll bite. And
She's not the first trickster I face, and she certainly won't be the last.
Here comes the fun one.
Hangman. Real name Rexis Van. Or Rexis Van. Known aliases: the Hangman, Rexis the Scathed, the Godslayer. Wow, you think highly of yourself.
Well, because we'll see later.
Race: Fallen Baron Male. Alignment: Enemy of the Light. What?
Yeah.
Okay, then. I think you're a bit more insane than I thought. Silent Sadist, known for his penchant for docking and tearing ether generators from the cores of servitors with his bare hands. His obsession with torturing servitors is unprecedented in the history of the elixir. Why?
You know the things that give.
I know what they are.
Yeah.
No one knows why the Hangman was abandoned at birth. Some say his parentage looked into his eyes and they knew what he would become. Others say his cruel deeds sealed his fate. The Hangman doesn't just kill his victim, he hurts them. He has a specific hatred for servitors, the fallen machines created by Traveler's Image. Each who doesn't, his physical rejection of the elixir tradition is ultimately what drew him into the fanatic's inner circle, but whether it's for belief or sadistic opportunity has yet to be determined. My money's going on sadistic opportunity.
Mm-hmm. He's also the reason why the House of Wolves no longer exists.
Let's see. Wanted reports paint this Baron as a depraved executioner. Local Hangman, he stalks fallen servitors and siphons their ether to keep his fellow Barons overfed and frenzied. Keeper of the Aurora Caves, known outpost for the Reef Outlaws and other fallen denizens of the system, gained sustenance and power through his ether collection. For bloody price, eradication of the House of Wolves servitors led to the extension of the last fallen House of Wolves. Yep. Interesting.
Wolves no longer exist. And then we get this crazy fucker.
I admit fully, this fallen is a man after my own heart. I will take great pride in collecting his head. The Mad Bomber. Real name? What a descriptive name for a peg like that.
You know it.
Let's see here. Real name, Canix. Known aliases, the Mad Bomber, Canix 2 Fingers, Canix the Detonator. Wait, 2 fingers.
Yeah.
He has all...
On each of his hands, he only has 3 fingers.
Yeah, but wait, the Fallen have 3 fingers to begin with.
Including the mechanical one, you'd think?
Clever. Let's see here. A bombastic thrill seeker for whom preservation is an afterthought. The lunatic known as the Mad Bomber is willing to blow an entire location to smithereens just to kill his target. Now in,
Kill like overkill.
now in history, no one knows where the Mad from or how he got here because even he no longer knows. I see mental damage due to explosions, obvious. The Mad Bomber now lives simply day to day and bomb to bomb, constantly chasing the adrenaline high of a explosion. A few too many near misses and concussive blasts warp whatever's left of his already addled mind. Very, very interesting. Wanted, all reports on the Baron's activities show a high number of localized and massive explosions, believed to be the work of the one they call Mad Bomber. Be aware of your surroundings at all times and prepare for disarmament protocols. Cedar of the accretion mines, thousands of haphazardly strewn mines across the reef that take awoken lives daily. Destroyer of the origin libraries targeted the last 3 known vestiges of reef woken in an effort to assassinate any remaining royalty. That's something impressive.
Well, no, what's more impressive than that is the previous thing. He's seeded that entire asteroid belt with mines.
Very telling. We've already covered the rifleman, so we'll just skip. The Rider. Real name Yavix. Aliases the Rider, Yavix the Hoss, Yavix the Untamed. Fallen Baron female. Of course.
Lady number 3.
Anarchist biker and leader of her own gang of pike riders. The Raider raises fields and pollutes the air everywhere she and her gang run. She's a master mechanic who's taken the fallen heavy pike and made it better. Much, much better. How much you want to bet she and the mechanist actually have a thing going on?
I wouldn't be surprised. Because take a look at that fucking pike and tell me tell me any of that shit standard issue.
Probably stolen.
Oh, no. Not stolen. Look at that shit. That doesn't look like any original parts at all.
No, I meant to say tech mostly.
Well, you've seen what most pikes look like, right?
Yeah. Rather short, stub-nosed things.
Short, stub-nosed, a bit more sleek. That sucker is built for nothing more than just run a motherfucker over and leave a trail of fire and death behind it.
Yes. The Rider's fiercely loyal gang is gathered from the remnants of old houses, outlaw lone wolf nomad, so maybe a large portion of the House of Nomad. I mean, the House of Exiles.
Or what's left of the House of Wolves, if there's any of the bastards.
Yes. Pike and purpose, and in exchange, every member is prepared to ride or die for their fearless leader. For years, the Raiders gang has been a bane in the asteroid belt, seeking to replace any semblance of hierarchy ranks that failed the fallen long ago with unrelenting chaos. She breathes nihilism and breeds anarchy. Wanted. Every Baron move begins and ends with the Baron dubbed Raider. With a cavalry of toxic pikes, the Rider and her gang ushers in a storm of dust and chaos. Few survives, and if you do, she and her crew always return to the scene of crime to finish the job. Dead River Run. 8 awoken outposts destroyed, 489 awoken dead, 83 allied fallen, encampments infected. Force the awoken into mayhem incident with the Baron. Rays of the Ziggurats. 6 Tixian temples destroyed, no survivors. And Cade is willing to pay good money.
Yeah, you and me both.
I believe that covers everyone.
Yep. So
6 barons.
Well, a bit more than 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
8. My mistake.
8. Yep.
Yeah. Well, again, I know this was going to talk of what we wanted to see, but I guess this turned into a bit of a bounty hunter speculation.
Well, as far as everyone knows, the Fanatic's probably going to be the hardest motherfucker to kill. He's probably going to be in the City of Dreams.
In all honesty, I have no Like again, I have a feeling this would be an interesting expansion. I mean, hell, anything Western and bounty hunting related will always get attention. But in terms of overall quality and if it's going to be fun or not, that's going to be a big.
Well, I will say this. I have seen the recent DLCs and all that jazz, and it's following certain trends that the previous one followed, where there was the first one was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was actually quite good. Third one was okay. Fourth one was all right.
Yes.
This is number 2, and it seems like it's following the same pattern.
This is the third one,
This is number 3. What was number 2? Because the first one was Curse of Osiris.
and the second one was the one with Aya Bray.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it seems like they switched the order around a bit then.
Mm-hmm.
Because for Destiny 1, it was... What was it? It was Dark Below,
House of Wolves.
House of Wolves. Actually, no, they are following the same trend because Dark Below was buggy, had problems, but was okay. House of Wolves was actually pretty fun, a little short, but The Taken King was fucking amazing.
Yes. But
And
like
then the Lord of the Iron Wolves one was okay.
like I said, I don't have any faith in Bungie. Something impressive. Their track record has been a mess, to say the least. Not to mention all the shit happening in the background. So, excuse me. So honestly, I have no faith that Forsaken will be any good. It'll be interesting for a story point of view, and some of these bosses will be fun to view. But other than that, it's just gonna be a giant disappointment. Calling it now.
Let's see.
I'm a fan of the lore, I'm a fan of the setting, and I'm a fan of the idea, but I'm a realist, and it's all gonna go down.
Yeah, same. But I'm gonna just tell you this here and now. Out of all these motherfuckers, I'm thinking the hardest to kill in this order, mostly because there's probably going to be some fuckery that has to go on with the Fanatic. So I'm leaving him out of this list. It's gonna go Mindbender is gonna be the hardest to kill because you actually have to go into his own personal realm to mess with him. The easiest is probably gonna have to be the Trickster once you actually get to her. Good luck. The one that's probably gonna cause the most pain, for lack of a better term, in terms of the one that's gonna be the hardest one to take care of, is probably going to be the Rifleman. It's going to be the Rifleman. I'm calling it here and now. Because it's in his quote and in his names. The Rifleman. Pyrrha the Phantom. Pyrrha the Blind. He is, for lack of a better term, the stereotypical blind martial artist from hell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they now gave him an energy rifle. God help your ass.
All right.
He is going to be the one that is going to make people cry.
All right.
The two that people are probably going to enjoy the most is probably going to be the Rider, because that, just from that gif alone, that looks like 9 kinds of insanity. Although that reminds me, the Dead River Run thing. 83 Allied Fallen encampments infected. Infected with what?
Again, this leads back to what I was saying before with the whole, what's it called? With the whole, these Fallen are sick with something. That seems to be what they're going for.
It's not Siva, obviously.
No.
It's not anything involving Taken energy that we know of. Because there's obvious signs of Taken blight and so on and so forth when that's spread around.
it might just be just raw toxic material, considering you see what those fucking pikes trail around.
Mm-hmm. But again, we could get on that all night, but I do believe we should be moving right along to our final topic of the evening.
Yeah, I was actually starting to fall asleep.
I'm sorry.
I actually typed into into OBS, project on stream, like, I'm fighting to fall asleep. Fighting not to fall asleep over here.
Alright. Well, I guess, HH, if you want, we can go ahead and do our last topic.
Yep. The last topic is something I am very much into. I've been into this for years.
Is it furry porn?
Almost.
No.
Almost. Almost. No. It's Godzilla.
Oh, God. Oh, cool. Oh, is it a new Godzilla movie?
So, earlier today, I watched Godzilla Monster Planet, that CGI movie everyone's been talking about. I watch it and I kind of understand everybody's opinions of it. Like, it's good, but at the same time, it doesn't feel right. In all intents and purposes, it still embodies a Godzilla film. A giant monster rises from the depths and attempts to wipe out humanity. This one did. It has done this. It has wiped out civilization and driven humans off the planet. Whenever you would see the trailers, the first thought in most people's heads were, okay, are humans going to a different planet and meeting Godzilla? No. Godzilla has driven humans off of Earth. It is his home now. This one acts so much different than any previous ones that I've seen. And that's saying something, because every previous one we've seen has been aggressive. But this one is going out of its way to exterminate human life. In the film, Godzilla just looks at a human and will step on them with purpose. It doesn't care what you are, you're dead. And apparently in the lore of this film, 2 alien races came to Earth to try and stop this monster, to save humans from monsters that have just been appearing. But Godzilla is impossible to kill. All of his abilities are not even similar to what we know of Godzilla now, where everything is radiation based. His is electric magnets. All of it is electricity. I can scroll down here.
You know, I'm surprised that when everyone was just kind of leaving Earth, they didn't just like drop nukes on the planet.
They did.
Enjoy it.
In the
good.
In the intro, in the explanation in the film, the character, like the main character, is explaining to you what humans try to do. They dropped about 150 to 115 nuclear warheads on Godzilla's head, and it didn't do anything. He was unharmed.
Well, I mean, enough electromagnetism, you can make radiation and all that jazz just go around.
Well, he still generates radiation, but it didn't do anything. They dropped a whole bunch of bunker busters on him, too, and it didn't do anything. It didn't even penetrate. Heh. But...
Alright, then just fuck it. Just destroy the planet. Say, okay, we don't get this. You don't get this. Fly away at that point.
By the way, who here has actually seen Naruto?
I hate to admit it, but I did indeed watch the whole thing.
Okay.
Wow. That's no
The
life
main
right there.
character in this movie is named Haruo. He is voiced by the same American voice actor as Sasuke. And I kid you not, this guy is a carbon copy of that character. He is a guy on a warpath. He wants vengeance for his family on something that he just doesn't understand.
Honestly, if I was him, I'd be...
Oh yeah, I'd be that way too. I mean, you've killed my entire fucking family, you motherfucker.
Well,
I'm going to burn
no,
you and
he
make
escapes
everything
with
you
his
love die.
he escapes with his grandfather, and he watched Godzilla destroy a ship that was trying to escape, which wiped out the buses that had his parents on them.
That still blows goats.
Which is the scene shown at the bottom. But
Yes.
at the end, he comes up with a plan to defeat Godzilla, and it works. Like, I'm trying not to give any spoilers, but this is a good film. I can just say it's not for everybody.
Yes. Like, again, what I get, a lot of the people's, what's it called? Anger when it comes to this movie is specifically due to, what's it called? The fact that the human cast is the weakest element of the movie.
Yes. I actually agree with this one.
I'm gonna head out here real quick, guys.
All right.
Rumi is getting a little ragey with the Overwatch, and
I
I'm gonna
noticed.
sleep.
All right, sleep well, man.
Have a good night.
Take
dude.
care, y'all. It's been fun.
All right, good night.
Let's see if I can add that motherfucker's head to my bounty.
And he's off.
In any case, the film is good. It is really well done. The animation is smooth. It's beautiful. The colors are amazing. The only downside is the creatures. When they animate the creatures, you can't tell what the heck is going on. There's these... I'm sure you've seen pictures of them. There's these flying dragon-looking things made of plants.
Yeah.
Those are in it. They are very small. About the size of a jet, just a regular fighter jet. They're not that big. And you can't tell what the heck is going on with them when they attack. You can't tell the fact that they have tiny little arms at the front. You can't see their teeth. You can't see the textures until it shows a dead one. And throughout the film, we're learning about what has happened to Earth. It has been 20,000 years since humans have been there, but for the humans, it's only been 20 or so.
Yeah, I noticed that they showed the whatchamacallit, like the Rodan skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what's the word? That was interesting, to say the least. At least from what I saw.
I'm looking at like Godzilla's abilities. They're
in this movie.
Yeah, they're different. It's so much different. One thing that I liked was the twist in this film. The Godzilla they're fighting isn't actually Godzilla.
You mean on the planet?
Yeah. It's a baby.
Really? We're going Cloverfield with this again?
Well, you have to understand this. Godzilla is a plant. He is a giant plant. And there is a baby. And you know how in like horror movies where there's a monster, there's always a hero that goes, well, if this is the baby, where's the parent?
Yeah.
This does it perfectly. They deal with the baby, and then the parent arrives. It's the one from 20,000 years ago. This thing is the largest recorded Godzilla out of all of them, and that is including the 1990s Godzilla, which grew to insane heights. And this thing is even bigger than Shin Godzilla.
Well, here's a question I do want to and is so basically what you're saying is the Godzilla on the planet is an infant. Is the one on Earth?
No. This is all on Earth. All of it is on Earth.
Okay.
They did
Wait
not.
a minute.
Let me back up. Let me back up. Humans.
Okay, no, I get it now. They never left.
No, they did.
Oh, okay, never mind that.
Humans were driven off the planet and drifted in space for 22 years, looking for a planet for them to inhabit. The movie starts with them trying to go down to a planet, sending a group of volunteers, quote unquote volunteers, down to a planet that is inhospitable. The ship doesn't even reach the ground, it explodes. They are left with no choice but to go back to Earth, which is vastly different from what it was 20,000 years ago.
Oh, cool.
The abilities that this adult Godzilla has, this giant Godzilla, which is a 300. Let me scroll back up. 318 meters. That is 1,043.31 feet. That is enormous.
That is.
Its abilities: cell division, which means it has a baby. Charged particle beam. It is a radioactive beam, but he fires it like a gun. Like an electric gun.
Alright.
Red spiral particle beam. That's in the next film. I haven't even watched that yet. Electromagnetic pulse. This was the big thing about Godzilla, this entire film. Electrical communication is useless. There's so much magnetic interference everywhere on the planet. It's useless.
I wouldn't be surprised.
This is the part where it gets interesting. This is the one thing that makes, one of the few things that make him unique compared to all the other Godzillas. Electromagnetic shield. When Godzilla is attacked, he emits this noise that causes a shield to spread all over his body, making him invincible. There is a way to kill him, though. There is a way to counter this. And it works. I believe in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, they targeted an organ in his back called the second brain, which we have now learned a lot of dinosaurs have. This is essentially these people's take on that organ and reusing it, just in a different way. He has an organ that is causing the shield to appear, and you have to attack him and really, really observe where it's coming from. Instant tissue regeneration, every Godzilla has that one. This one regenerates within seconds. Everything else is regenerated within hours. He doesn't have a skeleton.
Pure cartilage? Well, cartilage in quotations.
No, he's pure plant life. He has no skeleton. And he has no body temperature.
Yeah, so the closest you would get to a skeleton would be the cell wall.
Yeah.
If you remember, your high school biology.
Oh, Tumblr has climbed onto that train. But
well, it makes sense for something that large, I should say.
Yeah. This is another thing that I was trying to get into about how Earth is different. Metallic tissue fibers. The adult Godzilla has this ability, which is like further down the list, called terraforming. He has been asleep for 20,000 years, terraforming the entire Earth to be more suitable for himself. All of the plant life has his DNA. Those little flying creatures have his DNA. They're a relative to Godzilla. And
I don't know how to feel about all this, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of this Godzilla creature, like, is this as malevolent as the Shin Godzilla?
To be honest, I don't really understand what that word means.
Malevolent, evil, bad.
Yes. Yes, he is.
So he is the villain in this. In quotations.
There's a character in the film who is a priest, an alien priest. And they talk about how they have seen countless other civilizations be wiped out by creatures exactly like Godzilla. And they keep calling him like an avatar of destruction, a harbinger of death, like a bringer of chaos, the king of the monsters. He attacks and destroys civilizations who have grown too arrogant. We humans, we're proud and stubborn motherfuckers. We create and we boast that we are supreme creators. This has caused Godzilla to appear and wipe us out.
And yet they're still there.
Yeah, but
So,
as I
honest
said
question.
earlier, Godzilla is going out of his way to destroy humans. He's not waiting for us to advance on him like others have done. He just shoots outright. He wants us dead. Anyway, you were saying?
What I was going to ask in this context is, in your opinion, do you think this Godzilla, like, do you think they have the right to try and take this creature out?
To take this creature, what?
This Godzilla out, kill it completely if they can.
As the carbon copy Sasuke said, the main reason why they want this to get rid of him is because he humiliated humans. He tore away their pride and their honor, took the planet from them, and did not give a shit about who or what lived there. They were dead to him.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've seen in the film, humans have advanced so much, but they are struggling. If they do kill him, I'm not going to hold any grudges. There's no problem with that, really. But if they don't, then oh well. It's a neutral thing. That's the best I can put it.
Personally, in my honest opinion, he sits just where Shin sits as well. I want this thing dead.
Yeah.
Flat out, if humanly possible.
With Shin, he's not actually acting out as evil. He's not actually acting out malevolent. He's just going. He's just going by instinct. This one is very intelligent, and I saw it in the film. This Godzilla is actually aware of individual people. He looks the main character in the eye multiple times. He is aware of all of them, and he wants them dead. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, like I said, this thing needs to die.
I
think this is the second Godzilla to see dead, flat out.
I'm iffy on it. I like the design. The noises it makes is amazing. I would like to see some more of it. I would like to have a happy ending for the Earthlings, obviously. I mean, they did have a good idea, like make an outpost on the moon, go down to Earth to grab resources, and then leave it alone. Because the people that are on that ship, humanity is struggling. They are running out of food. They are going insane. They're starting to die out. Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. Another thing, the adult Godzilla, one of his abilities is a concentrated roar. It acts just like his nuclear breath, but it's a noise. It's a shockwave. And apparently he can turn his tail into a sword.
So he's like that monster from Monster Hunter, the one with the tail sword.
Yeah, pretty much. In the film, he swings his tail at the humans trying to escape, and it causes a wave of like plasma energy, and it just annihilates them.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Like I said, again, I like I said, I have never been so hateful, I believe, towards a creature like this, outside of like maybe Jurassic Park or anything like that. And yet, I want to see this thing suffer. Because based on everything you've told me about all this senseless killing, because that's what it is at the end. Senseless killing and just taking because he feels like taking. I want to see this thing choke out and die. And I want it to look like at the humans around it. And its last thoughts being, I was killed by these things.
That is a spoiler alert. The baby Godzilla does die, and it's looking at the main character before it dies.
Oh, good.
And I like what they did to kill it. I'm just curious to see how they would try it again on the bigger one.
If it worked once, it's bound to
Well,
work.
here's the thing. With the little one, they put EMP probes which burrow into its body and cause it to implode. And that kills it and wakes up the adult. The adult is much larger and much more powerful.
There is something I've learned over the years is the following. No matter what kind of creature you are, big, small, whatever, you still have things that transport life. You know, blood, air, etc., etc. And I don't doubt something like this has, I'm sure this thing has a circulation system, something of that nature. All it would take to take out a creature like this is the destruction of one quote-unquote blood vessel. And that will be the end of it.
Well, again, this Godzilla, which they call Gojira Earth, apparently, does not regenerate within hours like every other Godzilla has in the past. He regenerates within seconds. He's the fastest healer.
All right, then, I don't know, create something that kills the cell. I mean, we have cancers.
Well, what they originally planned to do was destroy the organ that... I said organ. The body part.
It's just in... We are targeting...
Portland, Oregon. No.
We're going to destroy it?
The plan is they locate the part of him that is generating the shield. They destroy that part of him by using a sound that counteracts the noise it makes to generate the shield. Then, before it can re-heal, they put EMP probes in its body to prevent it from ever regenerating its shield, from ever healing, and keep it vulnerable. And then, apparently, that kills it. Because this Godzilla is completely powered by electromagnetic energy.
Oh, then just either fill a ship full of that stuff and just cram it down the creature's throat. There. Or something of that nature. Fuck it, just go nuts. This is the near extinction of our species. It is down and start throwing everything you've got at them.
Yeah. But to wrap this up, because I am getting tired, I'm starting to lose my voice.
How long have we been going? Like 4 hours by now?
3.
Oh, good. Wait, 3 hours and what?
3 hours, 24 minutes.
Oh, good. We are actually almost finished on time.
Yeah. But long story short here, is it worth watching? I say yes. Just at the very least to understand what kind of spin, what kind of take they wanted to do with Godzilla. You don't have to like it at the end. You don't have to accept that this is canon or anything. It's clearly not. It's just an offshoot. Watch it for the sake of it being a Godzilla film. Watch it for the sake of understanding what's going on.
A spin-off.
Yeah. Just
Honest, I would add this caveat though. Just be prepared for some rather bland acting. That's about it, I think.
well, the bland acting mostly comes from the main character and a female lead that's with him. Mostly
Yeah,
the female lead. But like the main character is so cringy. I actually had to get up and walk away for a bit because he was essentially pulling a Sasuke. I could not take that. He was essentially Sasuke.
yeah, this is what I mean, people. It's like you gotta shut your brain off for a few minutes.
Every other character in the movie was really well done. It's just him that lacked. That's it.
Yes. Oh, hold on a second. No way. Sorry. Someone just brought something to my attention real quick about Pacific Rim 2. And okay, no, never mind. They thought one of the kaiju looked like and what's the name of that Godzilla monster? The one uh with a red and brown skin color, walks on all fours, has
Baragon.
flappy Baragon, yeah. They mentioned that one of the kaijus
Yeah,
looked like
I remember mentioning that when we talked about Pacific Rim 2.
yeah, but no, it turns out it was just it looked like that because it had horn, weird fleshy ears, but that was about it. It wasn't actually the creature, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, but again, I still say watch the film to understand why people are talking about it. Just for a Godzilla anime, this is the first computer-generated Godzilla film. 1998 doesn't count. This is the first fully cartoon Godzilla movie. So
Wait, really?
enjoy
You
the
wouldn't
graphics
count?
at the very least.
Wait a minute. You're not counting what's it called? The original not the Zilla cartoon? You're not counting
No,
that?
I said film, not show. Film.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because you mentioned cartoon. I was like, wait, but
No, this is the first cartoon Godzilla film. It's a movie.
all right, there we go.
Like Netflix says season 1, episode 1, it's not a show, it's a movie.
Well, you could say it's episode 1, but like very loosely.
Yeah.
You know?
I
In the
think
Star Wars
I'm
sense,
going
I
to
guess.
watch the second one next week.
All right.
Probably
And
within the same day as the podcast, which will be on Friday, because I am watching that D&D session.
All right. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for. Once again, we will see you all. No, excuse me, on Friday.
Mhm.
So take care. Bye.
All right, now it's just me and the audience. I say this at the end of every stream, and I even said it in the middle of this one. Don't click on the link or the creeper face down below. It's not going to do anything. It doesn't help us. What really helps us is you guys getting the links out there, like sharing the links to everyone you know, getting the word out there. That really helps us out. I am working very hard to get the donation link and creeper face working. Just for now, it doesn't do anything. So I'm not going to say click on that or anything. It's not going to help. Next podcast is on Friday, as there is a D&D session I would like to watch live. And I try to stream every day, and you're more than welcome to join in that. Sometimes it's a game, sometimes it's art. I am very tired, so I'm kind of sloppy with my outro. We will see you guys on Friday. Have a good one wherever you are. Just keep cool, keep warm, keep safe. See you later.